KO debate series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Yo, 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 what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy KO, your boy Knockout Boxing, your boy KO 86, Knockout Boxing 86, Knockout, whatever you want to call me. I'm here, I'm back. We live. Smash the like button. Put your seatbelt on when you hop in my car, man. Smash the like button. Donate to the channel. Hit that super chat. Hit the Cash App right there. $ Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Channel members, we got so many predictions this week. I can't wait. Shout out to Todd Drakeford, 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Let the party get started. Let's get the party started, I should say. Salute. Shout out Trap Band 337. 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. Shout out my boy Emmanuel Carter, 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. We got 106 people in here early. Mods, y'all know where the likes need to be, so let's get the likes up accordingly, up over 100, so we can get to the cookout, to the barbecue, to the crab boil, to the fish fry, to all that shit. Let's get to it, man. Smash the likes, run the likes up. Shout out to Biz0128, Trap Band in the building, Emmanuel Carter, AJ64, Ty Drakeford, Brother Huey Q, World of Animals, OG Cal, Cool It, Jay Horseman, what's up? Mike Moss, I see you. Mr. Make 'em Sick, Nuke is in the building. Dank Father, what's up? Big Braille, TY 007, Marquis, Greg Roberts, Pearl Infinity, Lee Jackson, Tim Carey, Windy City Assassin, Raw Garcia, Sunchild, Supreme Cam, Big Block, Don Ballin. Dank Father, what's good with you, bro? King, Kevin King, Dangerous Desires, Bullies, Million Films, Cash Crypto, Months, Truth, 600 said, Truth, what's up, boy? Brandon Broussard, Day, what's good? DZ 400, Not Me. Silver, what's up, man? D. Willie Thomas, tired ass Cowboys fan. Mr. Boxing Fanatics, Ray B. Mr. Bono, what's good, man? Sunny Day, I see you. James Marshall, Fresh 313, Pearl Infinity, what's good? King, I see you, bro. Shout out Big Dog Willie with the 2-piece in the super chat. Salute KO. and the fabulous, undeniable Tank of Maniacs. What's up with it, Big Dog Willie? Franklin Henson, what's up? Frequent Flyer, what's good, bro? Right, Sean Kelly, 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. I appreciate you, Big Dog. Ruben Langford, what up? Ty, Capone, Marzi, Dundrick, them 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He say, salute my guy. Get to cooking. Oh, you know we about to put in some work, man. Soul Glow, what's good with you? Salute to the homie Soul Glow with the 1-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel as well. Boxing with 2-4. What's happening with you, bro? Salute to you. Kirk Douglas, 15. I see you, bro. And we got the boy, the homie King. The homie King. 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. Shout out to my boy Ronnie Bravo in the building as well. Where are we at on the likes? We got to get the likes up over 100 so I can get to work. I'm ready to get to work. I need the likes all the way up, though. Let's get them up to 100, man. Get a like check going. Get that link in the chat one time. J-Man, what up? $78 likes now. We got to get to 100, man. I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to get to cooking, but we got to get to 100. We got Victor in the building. What's up, Victor? 78 likes ain't gonna cut it. We need 22 people to stop what you're doing. Hit the like button real quick, man. We got to get up over 100. Kevy Gaming YT, what up? Damn, why Tank always start going off on the mofo when I'm live, bro? Somebody screenshot them shits for he delete them and email them to me. We'll go over them on tonight's live stream. NHA2, what up? 88 likes. We got to get to 100. Somebody, one of the channel members, one of the moderators, screenshot that shit. Screenshot that shit and shoot it to my email, man, so I can go over it on the show today for he delete that shit, bro. Y'all know how he go. He'll cuss a motherfucker out there and delete that shit. Screenshot that shit right now, bro. Screenshot that shit right now. We'll go over it today. We got Hunter on the hunt. 10-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. What up, KO? Glad to catch another show. Most of these other content creators, straight frauds. The blatant lies and the capri just for clicks is pathetic. I need the real deal cook. I got you. I got you. And you're not lying, bro. The agenda is clear. The narratives are clear. And I'm going to point that out to you in today's live stream. Everybody hates Turk. Everybody hates Al Haymon in Premier Boxing Champions right now and loves Turkey. Everybody hates Al Haymon and loves Turkey right now. We're going to talk about that in a second. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second, bro. Real talk. LeBron Jones, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Yeah, y'all send that to me. Y'all send that to me. I need to see that. I need to comment on that. Build some commentary. All right, let's get to it, bro. We got 170 people in here early. We up to 112 likes. Let's get to what just got announced, bro. Let's get to what just got announced, bro. Oh, yeah, and that link is in the chat, man. Anybody want smoke, I'm here for all that. So if you want to debate me, hit that link, man. Hit that link. The panel ain't open yet. That's just for smoke. Shout out to Fight Game, 10-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel, man. He's showing love, and I appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you. Appreciate your Fight Game. Shout out to you, man. Luca in the building, man. Appreciate you hollering at your boy, man. Look. Ryan versus Rolly and Haney versus Ramirez and Bacoli versus Jogba Turkey just announced. 2 Cent Boxing, what up? 2 Cent Boxing, what up? And I'm gonna start this comment from Truth. He said Turkey making fights, Al ain't making what we want to see. All right, cool. So let me talk about this card. Number one, the best fight on the card is Bakole versus Jogba. The best fight on the card is Martin Bakole versus F.A. Jogba for an IBF title eliminator to see who gets the opportunity to fight the winner of Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker. Does anyone disagree? Shout out to D. Murray with the 5-piece no biscuit in the super chat. He says, salute KO chat and even the turkey salami lovers that's watching. Does anybody disagree? Is there a better fight on that card than Martin Bakole versus F.A. Jogba? Okay, no one's arguing that. All right, bet. Bet. So, what I'm trying to figure out is why y'all excited for Ryan versus Rolly and Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez? The cold hard facts of the situation is Rolly Ramirez got knocked out by Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Rolly Ramiro got knocked out by Isaac Pitbull Cruz, got stopped by Tank Davis, got a gift against 78-year-old Ishmael Barroso. And his last opponent is somebody that's Abdullah Mason is fighting, and Abdullah Mason is a prospect. So that's a soft touch. Jose Ramirez just lost to Arnold Barboza. Arnold Barboza, who likes to use his jab, use his feet, move around the ring, work off his lead hand as a orthodox fighter. And he's going to be fighting Devin Haney coming off of a loss. I'm trying to figure out why y'all gassing this shit. I'm trying to figure out why y'all acting like this card is better than the Tank Roach card. I'm trying to figure out why this is like some big ass move and how this card is better than Benavidez versus Morel card, bro. That's how I know y'all just be hating, bro. That's how I know y'all just be hating, fam. You just dislike certain outfits, certain fighters, and you won't give credit where credit is due because this card is trash, bro. This card is absolute garbage, bro. The best fight on the card is going to be all the way on the undercard, and it's Bakole versus Jogba. The card's trash. Turkey making power moves. Turkey. Oh, my God, Turkey. He got Devin and Ryan. And man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. That's how I know the agenda is trash. True, stop it. There's not a single fight on this card that's better than Jose Rayo Valenzuela and fucking Gary Antoine Russell, bro. Bakole and the Jogba is right there with it. That's it. This card is not that good, bro. The only thing that makes this card acceptable is that we know what's happening if Haney and Garcia wins. That's it, bro. That's the only reason this card is acceptable, because you know what's next if both Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia win their fights. But as a matchmaker, because y'all love Turkey, right? How does Rolly Ramiro prepare Ryan Garcia for Devin Haney? They fight nothing alike. How does Jose Ramirez help Devin Haney get ready for Ryan Garcia? They fight nothing alike. The matchmaking is trash, bro. Even when you thought Ryan was going to be fighting Pitbull, how the fuck does Pitbull get you ready for a Devin Haney? He's 5'1". Pressure fighter, relentless, no jab, just coming forward, throwing overhand rights and looping left hooks. How does he get you ready? How does he get you ready for Devin Haney? They're not even getting ready for each other. Shout out to Not Me with the 2-piece in the super chat. It's not trash, but it's not better than the PBC card. Just like the best card so far this year is that Riyadh season card on February 22nd, in my opinion. We'll talk about it, though. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 2-piece in the super chat. He said this card is mirrors to a Don King card in the 80s. All facts. Cap. How does Lamont Roach get you ready for Loma and Shakur? He doesn't, but Loma could have got you ready for Shakur if Loma would have ducked him. Frank Martin gets you ready for Loma and Shakur if Shakur wouldn't have ducked him too. Bro, don't go there with me. Links in the chat. So I'm more excited for the Riyadh season card in February. This card is going down in New York, they say Ryan Garcia said they're not even going to sell tickets to the event. Another bad move, another horrible move. The fight's supposed to be in Times Square with no tickets on sale. Get the fuck out of here. That shit's trash. The only thing that makes this acceptable is Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are fighting next. But then that leads me to my next point. They're supposedly fighting in Saudi Arabia, bro. If anything, put this card in Saudi Arabia and give us Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia here in America, so that the 27 Devin Haney fans that go to fights and the other 42,000 Devin Haney fans that buy pay-per-views can have an opportunity to buy it and have an opportunity to go to it. For all 22 of the Devin Haney fans that go to his fights, they need the opportunity to go to his fucking fights, bro. Put Ryan versus Rolly, Haney versus Ramirez, Bakoli versus Jogba. Put that shit over in Saudi Arabia and bring Ryan and Devin here, bro. Y'all swear he killing the game, though. Y'all swear just basic common sense. Another card that's probably going to end up losing millions of dollars because you got to pay Ryan. PBC ain't sending Rolly over there without Rolly getting a really good bag. Devin Haney, he want his big ass bag. Ramirez, a former champion, he want his bag. Bakoli and the Jog, but they heavyweights, they gonna get their bag. And then you gonna put it on for free in the Times Square. I hope Ryan Garcia ass was lying through his fucking teeth. This fight does not need to be for free in Times Square, bro. Shout out my bro Crown Jewel Boxing with the 5-piece in Super Chat. The Haney's been throwing themselves at Turkey for years, only to be put on Ryan's undercard. That has to hurt. His stock is embarrassing. Low. I mean, they sharing the card, and honestly, Ryan and Rolly is gonna save the press conference. Jose Ramirez is a quiet, soft-spoken guy. Nobody believes him. He's a shot fucking fighter. You know what I mean? And he's coming off of a loss. Rolly's at least coming off of a win. And then if you can just tell Rolly, look, we'll pay you extra. Just talk that shit. Talk that shit to Ryan like you talk that shit to Tank leading up to y'all fight. Talk that shit to Ryan like you talk that shit to Tank leading up to y'all fight. Shout out to GM with the 2-piece in the Super Chat. Trash card, and Ryan still got the tougher fight. They both soft touches, bro. Hunter, you know how I go, man. Just send me your leader, bro. He beat what's that dude name? The dude Abdullah about to fight, dang. Abdullah about to fight Manuel James. Rolly just beat him. Rolly just fought Manuel James and beat him. The dude Abdullah Mason about to fight. Rolly got knocked out by Pitbull. He had a fight after that. He fought Manuel James. He fought Manuel Jaime, Jaime, bro. And he beat him by decision. So he got him a little win under his belt and shit. But they both trash. Don't get like Rolly garbage, bro. Rolly garbage, homie. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Rolly is dash, bro. He garbage. Okay? And then this fight supposedly gonna be for free. Let Ryan Garcia tell it in motherfucking Times Square. Now, what's up with the drug testing and shit? They saying that Pitbull pulled out because Ryan Garcia didn't want to do drug testing and shit. I don't know how true or false that is. I do know Ryan Garcia is pushing back against Vada. I do know that Ryan Garcia doesn't trust Vada. So for me, never seen Al give us nothing for free because he's not stupid. Because he's not stupid. That is cap. Rolly Ramiro is not one of Tank Davis's best wins, bro. You're capping, sir. You're capping. But quit trying to derail the conversation, bro. So the only thing that makes this card acceptable to me is we know what's coming next. As long as Haney beats Ramirez, as long as Ryan beats Rolly, we know we're getting Garcia versus Haney part 2 in Saudi Arabia. But as a fight fan, as an American fight fan, most of you watching this live stream right now, right here live, and some of you watching it on the playback, as American fight fans, it should piss you off that he'll give you Ryan versus Rolly and Haney versus Ramirez in America, but then give you Ryan versus Haney over in Saudi Arabia. To me, That shit is garbage, bro. That shows you right there that he doesn't care about the interest of boxing fans, and he only cares about the interest of Saudi Arabia. I just need y'all to see it before it's too late. And I'm gonna give you another example of that after I read this super chat. Shout out to Phenomenal Show with the 10-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He say, trash card. Turkey had to buy up all the boxing media so that the public can't ridicule him and force him out the sport like they did him in soccer a few years ago. Damn. Which leads me to my next point. And I know this is something that a lot of you are going to act like you don't give a fuck about. But on Turki Al-Sheikh's Twitter, he said the Ring magazine is excited to announce its first boxing card in the USA this 2025 May in collaboration with the video game Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, which the card will be named after, and SNK Games. The card includes 3 fights: Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, Devin Haney versus Jose Carlos Ramirez, and Martin McCauley versus F.A. Ajagba. Why is this important for me to read this? Because I'm going to keep telling y'all that one of the things that we got a lot of problems here, but we got our freedom. Freedom of the press, freedom to speak our minds. Anybody can create a fucking YouTube channel, no matter how smart or how stupid they are, and talk about whatever they want. And you can write an article about whatever you want. You can cover news and sports however you want. However, over in Saudi Arabia, it's not like that. And I want y'all to always remember, as we go through this and we document this and we talk about this sport of boxing that we all love, Turkey told us all when he bought the Ring magazine that it was going to be independent of him and that it was going to have independent writers and operate as a free press and operate in a fashion that would allow true broadcast journalism to shine through. But I want y'all to all see that Turkey made the announcement on his Twitter account for Ring magazine, on top of having awards for Ring magazine that only people that fuck with him were invited to. Just remember that shit, bro. Just remember that shit. I think it's gonna be more fights on the card though. To the homie paid in full, but it's a dangerous game when the people in the industry can control the people that report on them and that are supposed to keep them honest, that are supposed to criticize them when need be, that are supposed to do investigative journalism on them and shit like that. It's very dangerous when a person has the fights, and then also has control of the media. That shit is very dangerous, bro. Very, very dangerous. Just like when PBC wouldn't acknowledge Bud as a champion, huh? That was wrong when they did that number 1, but that's not nearly the same thing. You're talking about somebody that controls the press, bro. You're talking about somebody that controls the press. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Stop it, bro. Nami says, you do have to wonder, KO, if it weren't for Turkey, would the rematch between Haney and Garcia have come to fruition? No, you don't have to wonder. I believe the answer to that question is no. But the answer, the bigger question to me is, why wouldn't it come to fruition if it's not for Turkey? Is it because nobody wants to put on the fight? Is it because no one thinks the fight would sell? Or would it not come to fruition if not for Turkey because they want so much money to fight each other that they don't deserve? That's the problem that people don't want to talk about. The fight wouldn't come to fruition without Turkey because other promoters would not be willing to pay what Haney and Garcia want in order for them to fight again. But the problem with that is, shouldn't Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia want to fight anyway? Why? If you want to get it back in blood, if you want to prove that that you beat Devin Haney no matter what, if you Ryan Garcia, if you want to prove that it was a bad night, Ryan cheated you, he ain't shit, he really is the C-level fighter that you talked about, if that's what you want to prove, if you Devin Haney, why do you need an astronomical figure to fight each other? See, people keep saying the problem is the promoters. I do not believe that. The problem is fighters want astronomical money to fight people that they should want to fight anyway. There shouldn't be a fight that Ryan Garcia wants more than Devin Haney, bro. To prove that it wasn't the Osterine, to prove that he's not a cheater, to test positive, to not pop dirty. There's not a fight he should want more. And the same goes for Devin Haney. There's not a single fight in his career right now that he should want more than Ryan Garcia to get that shit back, erase that motherfucking highlights that we got going back to April 20th, and go out there and whoop that man ass. They should want that. But they want a certain amount of money for something that they should want anyway. And so that's what's making everything go to him, because fighters want to take the tough fight. They just want to be overpaid for it, bro. So I'll fight Ryan Garcia, even though I should want to fight him anyway. But in order to do so, since it's so risky for me, I need 20, 25, 30 million. I'll fight Devin Haney. I should want to fight him anyway. But since I feel like it's risky for me and it's a lot on the line, you need to pay me 20, 25, 30 million. But say, bro, your last fight, you didn't really sell nothing. Like your promoter said that you didn't sell shit. Say, bro, you can't even generate that type of revenue. And then you have bullshit like this, and then I'll move on. 150 million and I'm coming. Now he's talking about what Tank Davis said on Instagram Live. When he was clearly playing around, a fan asked him a question, and all of a sudden motherfuckers don't know how to read body language and shit. Now he's serious about the 150 million. He wasn't speaking in jest. He wasn't messing around. He wasn't fucking with fans and shit. But a lot of these same people are diehard Earl Spence fans. Maybe not Dankfather, but a lot of people that I've heard say this are diehard Earl Spence fans. But when Earl Spence was on Instagram Live and he had his girl next to him, he said, don't make me 70, 30 me a nigga. Y'all didn't take that serious then. Y'all knew that nigga was playing. Y'all knew he was joking. Y'all knew he was fucking with a fan and shit. Y'all knew that. You knew it. Because a Terrence Crawford fan came in his IG Live talking shit to him. And he said, fuck around, make me 70, 30 me a nigga. 80, 20 me a nigga. And now y'all out this bitch. Oh, yeah, shit, Tank was dead ass serious. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Stop it, dog. Stop all the bullshit. So the card is cool. I ain't got no problem with the card. The best fight is Bakoli versus Jogba. And the only reason Haney and Ramirez and Ryan and Rolly won't get as much scrutiny from me is because I know Ryan and Haney supposed to fight next. Now, let's move on to the next topic, bro. And I see a lot of people typing in the chat or whatever. That link is right there. Just FYI, did I pin it? Maybe I didn't pin it. Maybe I didn't pin it. Hold on. Let me check some. Let me check some. Oh, no. Yeah, I pinned it. All right, bet. We good. Turkey and Al Haymon has a lot of fight fans split. Right? It's like if you like Turkey and Riyadh season, you can't stand PBC and Al Haymon, bro. If you fucking with the Riyadh season movement or whatever, you don't fuck with Al Haymon and PBC at all, and vice versa. And the reasons that I get is Turkey's giving us the fights that we want to see. Al ain't giving us the fights that we want to see. PBC ain't made no fights that we want to see. So let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it. So for me, I'm struggling to find out. Well, let's start with this, bro. Let's start with this. You can't like both. I agree. It's certain things I like that PBC does, and certain things I don't like that they do. It's certain things I like that Turkey does, and certain things that I don't like that he do. Let me ask y'all this. For those of you that can't stand Al Haymon and PBC, why? Let's start right there. Why? Miss KO in the building, I ain't see her. What's up, baby? If you in here, I ain't see her say nothing. She in this mud like a silent assassin. Everybody got so much to say in my comment section when y'all typing comments and shit. Now I'm ready to address y'all. Why don't y'all like Premier Boxing Champions and Al Haymon? For those of you that don't like him, let's not all pretend like we neutral and shit. I like PBC when they make fights, just like I like Top Rank or Turkey when they make fights. So sounds like you don't think they make enough fights. Okay. Truth says PBC hasn't delivered the boxing product that we want. Okay. Juice says PBC gives us bullshit fights, inactive fighters, only 5 dates, plus $80 bullshit pay-per-views. Okay. All right, so let's start here then. Let's break it all down. Let's talk about it, bro. Let's break it all down. So, Premier Boxing Champion gives us bullshit fights. Okay. Carlos Adames is a PBC fighter fighting on Turki Al-Sheikh's Riyadh season card against Hamza Shiraz for Carlos Adames' 160-pound WBC middleweight championship of the world. Can somebody name a better middleweight fight in the past 5 years? We're going to do this shit methodical, bro. Let's break it all down. Can you name a better middleweight fight in the last 5 years than Carlos Adames versus Hamza Shiraz? I'm waiting. Still waiting. He says that's not PBC. Without PBC sending their fighter over there, then there is no fight, which leads to my next question. PBC only likes in-house fights, is what y'all tell me. They only do in-house. They freezing everybody out. Cool, no problem. Who makes more cross-promotional fights than them? Who has showed a willingness to work with more promoters than them? You want them to work with Top Rank? They send Cool Boy Steph over there to fight Monster anyway. You want them to work with Matchroom? They make Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga. You want them to work with Golden Boy? They make Tank versus Ryan. They make motherfucking Canelo versus Munguia. You want them to work with Top Rank again? They give you Fury and Deontay Wilder. You want them to work with independents that aren't signed to anybody? They give you Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. Like what are we talking about, bro? So I'm trying to figure out what it is y'all don't like exactly. And then in the case of Canelo Alvarez, they gave him David Benavidez offers. He turned that shit down. He turned that shit down, bro. Shout out to Hunter on the Hunt with the 20 piece in the super chat. He says the same people that's praising Turkey for overpaying fighters well beyond their worth are probably the same people that are stealing or streaming the fights. 100%. No scruples. LMFAO. As long as they get to the CD fights. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts, bro. PBC cards, KO. So are you saying Top Rank don't have any cards? Because every Top Rank card has been sponsored by Turkey lately. Are you saying Golden Boy don't have any cards? Because every single Golden Boy card been sponsored by Turkey, and you can say the same for Matchroom and Queensberry and the rest of them. But we can talk about that. We can talk about the fact that in 2025 alone, what's the best fight made in boxing? Shout out to my boy Drink More Water. I see you. In 2025 alone, what's the top fight made in boxing so far? No, it's not Tank Roach. What's the best fight in boxing made so far this year? I agree. I think it's Benavidez versus Morrell. Canelo Crawford cap. All right, so Benavidez versus Morrell. That's a PBC card. And they also have Figueroa and Figueroa and Fulton on that card. Fire ass card. Then they gave you Tank versus Roach with Jose Rayo Valenzuela and Gary Antoine Russell on the undercard, and Alberto Puello and motherfucking Sandor Martin on the undercard. And they're sending Carlos Adames to help Turkey make the Riyadh season card for February 22nd. And they're sending Rolly Ramiro to help him make the Ryan Garcia card in May. Who's giving you more than them? They're making their own cards, and they're responsible for a lot of the cards that y'all claim y'all love so much. Like I'm trying to figure out like what y'all don't see. Last year, Tank versus Frank Martin. We're about to give you Tank versus Loma if Loma didn't dunk. Canelo versus Munguia. Canelo versus Berlanga. They made Terrence Crawford's card fire, bro. So they're doing their own thing. Plus, they helping, showing that they're willing to work with other people, and they've been showing you they're willing to work with other people. So I'm really trying to figure out what the problem is, bro. Why are you mad? They're sending Stanionis to fight Boots Ennis. They're saving Boots right now too. Fax tunnel. So what are you mad about? Do you not like them getting money in a bunch of different avenues? Because they have no argument 2 cents boxing. The card is fire. But Turbiev and Bivol is a very good fight. There's more legacy on the line. If you have that as the best fight so far this year, I will not argue with you. But Benavidez and Morrell is number 2. And guess what? PBC didn't need to suck Turkey off to make it happen. They didn't need Eddie Hearn and Dimitri Bivol and Matchroom to agree. And then you got to talk to Top Rank and Turbiev to get Turbiev and Top Rank to agree. And then got to make the fight and make everybody. They ain't do that. They gave you a top fight by themselves. And y'all shitting on it. I'm trying to figure out where the hate is coming from, bro. And then the one fight that you're complaining about from Premier Boxing Champions right now is a fight they didn't even want to fucking make. They didn't want to make Tank versus Roach. It's this guy's favorite fucking fighter's fault. We can have our debates about Tank and Shakur, which we'll get into that topic later on today. We can have that debate all day long. But what you can't debate is they didn't even want to give you Tank versus Roach. You be getting a unification fight with Tank versus Lomachenko, if not for this guy's fucking favorite fighter, bro. Crown Jewel says it's 2 things. Al skin color and the fact they haven't got Tank or Floyd beat. Odie Loke says, can I ask you a question? Why don't you want all these boxing platforms under one umbrella? I do. I want everybody working together. I don't even care about the one umbrella shit. I want everybody working together no matter what. I don't give a fuck about that. But the one umbrella shit that I will push against will always be Saudi Arabia running boxing. Give a fuck what y'all talking about. But see, you a Bud Crawford fan and y'all don't go to fights. You a Bud Crawford fan and historically, y'all don't buy pay-per-views. You a Bud Crawford fan and historically, y'all don't know shit about how business works and shit. So I understand where you're coming from. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck because you're going to watch it for free anyway. You fire sticking shit anyway. You fire stick gang anyway. Y'all talking all this Turkey shit, going to fire stick the fuck out that motherfucking Riyadh season card. Oh, Turkey, all this shit, you ain't got a DAZN membership. You ain't even got a DAZN membership. I'm supposed to believe you going to buy the DAZN membership and purchase the pay-per-view, man. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. That's why you don't care. You don't go to fights. That's what y'all on. That's why you don't care. That's why you love them. You gonna fire stick the shit anyway. Talking all that shit. And he giving me the fights I want to see. He giving me the fights I want to see. Turkey. Well, why ain't nothing been profitable then? He giving everybody what they want. He's a savior of boxing. Why can't he turn a profit? Why does every card have to lose millions and millions and millions of dollars, bro? Why? He's giving us everything we want. The fights that we want to see. He's doing this. He's doing that. Cool. Then why when he put on a fire-ass card with Crawford and Madrimov, that shit didn't do what it was supposed to do? I know you do, bro. I'm not talking to you. Salute to my homie. All this riding y'all doing, all this knob gobbling y'all doing, that Riyadh season card better outsell Tank versus Roach. I know that much, bro. Listen, that Riyadh season card February 22nd better blow Tank Davis's card out the water, bro. And I'm not even counting the live gate because that's not fair to them. Because they don't do live gates in Saudi Arabia. I will give y'all that because Tank is going to obliterate them at the live gate. I understand that, so I'm not even giving you that. But pay-per-view is cheaper. It's cheaper. It's supposedly got all the fights that y'all want to see. So it should perform. It should perform better. Mazuma TV says, why do fans care whether a fight profits or not? That's their concern, not ours, because a fight profiting grows the sport of boxing. Fights being unprofitable is not healthy for the sport because people are not going to continue to pour their money into something that they can't make money off of. That's why it's important for fights to profit. That's why when he gives you a Riyadh season card with all them names on it February 22nd, what is the point of him giving it to you again if he can't make no money off of it? The idea that we shouldn't want the sport to have money going into it, to have events that are profitable, to have big events actually make money is crazy to me, bro. It's crazy to me. That's why it's important. That's why I care, because I ain't just a regular fan. I'm a content creator. I'm a boxing analyst. I push the sport forward. I give my hard-earned time to push this fucking sport forward. So I care about the sport being profitable because I want it to be around for a long, long time. And it won't be if our events keep losing money. That's why I care. Hope that makes sense to you. Salute. So what I don't understand about the split is out of all the promoters, it seems like PBC is the only one that's working with Turkey just as much as the other promoters, but also doing his own thing to deliver you big fights. So I'll work with Turkey on the Terrence Crawford Madrimov card just like everybody else, but I'm also going to do my shit with Canelo and Tank. I'll work with Turkey on the Riyadh season February 22nd card. I work with him on the February 22nd card. I will. But I'm also going to do my shit on February 1st. I'm also going to do my shit on March the 1st. I work with him. I work with him on the Ryan and Devin Haney card. I work with him on the card he got going down May in New York City. I work with him. I throw Rolly over there. Tried to throw Pitbull over there. That shit fell through because Ryan's a goddamn drug cheat. But Rolly was willing to sign up. So I'll throw Rolly over there one time. We'll throw Rolly Ramiro over there. But I'm still going to be doing my own shit with Canelo on Cinco de Mayo probably. I'm still going to be doing my own shit in April and May and June. Like I don't understand, bro. I don't understand the problem. I do not. Ask the question again, Truth. I'm not finna scroll all the way back up. What's your question? I don't deflect. Y'all been deflecting this whole goddamn time. Shout out to Bad Son with the 2-piece in the super chat. He say absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. The Phenomenal Show, 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. A bunch of idiots happy about $20 pay-per-views, which is bad business, but they don't know business. They don't even pay for it. That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all talking all this shit. When I look at them goddamn numbers, y'all better show me that what y'all was saying was real, that he really gave you the fights that you want to see, and Tank and them gave you some bullshit you didn't want to see. Because if I wake up on March, because it takes about a week, so like March the 8th, March the 9th, and Tank and them done outsold that Riyadh season card, bro, I'm going to ask y'all, are y'all sure? Are y'all sure this is what y'all want? Are y'all sure this is what y'all want? What's your question, Truth? I'm about to move on, but what's your question, fam? Loma and Tank will be profitable. How would that fight grow the sport? It will be profitable. How will that fight grow the sport? It's going to bring a lot of casual fans to the sport. Tank Davis grows the sport every time he fights because he has casual fans that otherwise don't watch boxing except for him. Diehard's going to watch regardless. Everybody in this bitch, 362 people, whether you buy Tank Davis fights, whether you go to Tank Davis fights, whether you fire stick them bitches, you going to know exactly what happened on the fight Sunday night. You can act like you hate them all you want to. Every last one of y'all in this motherfucker right now that can hear my voice, whether you buy it or don't buy it, whether you go to it or don't go to it, you're going to be able on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, when I do my morning after live show, you're going to know exactly what happened in the fight because you're going to watch that shit. But to answer your question, Truth, is good. It's growing the sport because he's going to have casual fans watching it. No one will watch that. No one will watch Tank versus Loma. What are you talking about? No one will watch. Bro, are you reading what you typed? You said Loma, bro. Who did you mean, Roach? If you meant Roach, same thing applies. Casual fans are going to watch the fight. Casual fans are going to go to the fight. It'll bring new fans to the sport of boxing. That's how it grows, bro. Shout out to Ron C with the 20 piece in the super chat. If all the fights go to Saudi, PBC and UFC gets all the Vegas money, people still want to go to fights. That's an interesting perspective. That's an interesting perspective. I just think it's going to be hard for, like, if Tank Davis and PBC only have them, like, let's say Saudi's like, fuck, and Saudi been in Riyadh season been working with everybody right now, but let's say they like, fuck it. If you don't sign a Riyadh season, if you don't fuck with us, then we only doing in-house shit. And then PBC is left out to make their own in-house fights. At some point, Tank Davis, PBC gonna have to sign some more fighters, get some people to leave Saudi to come to them, or he gonna run out of opponents, bro. And that scenario that you're talking about, that's the only thing that you would worry about. Because let's say he only can do in-house fights, right? Let's keep it 100. He already out of opponents at 135. Already. If they only got in-house fights, bro, he's already out of opponents at 135 pounds. He'd have to go up to 140. Then he can get the Gary Antoine Russell Rayo winner. That's an in-house fight he can make. He can get the Puello Sandor Martin winner if Puello is the one to win, because Sandor Martin's a top-ranked fighter right now. If Puello wins, then he can get that. He can do some shit at 140. But at 135, if what you're saying, Ron C, happens and everybody just like, fuck it, I'm on my island. We got the Turkey Island. We got the PBC Island. He already might have to think about moving up to 135. Already. Everything for him big at 135 is cross-promotional. Loma, Keyshawn, Shakur, cross-promotional. Keyshawn, top rank. Shakur, Turkey, Matchroom. Loma, top rank. Even the guys up under that, like next level, Raymond Muratalla, top rank. Zaire Abdullayev, he's independent, but who the fuck want to see Tank versus Zaire Abdullayev? Like, stop it, bro. Right? Or what you looking forward to? Tank Davis versus Gary Russell Jr. coming up from 126 after damn near 3 years plus out the ring and an injury and inactive. Even when he was healthy, he was inactive. Fuck on, man. Nah. They all need to be working together. But you don't have to let Turkey run your company to do, like, I love what Top Rank is doing. I love Top Rank saying, all right, yeah, we fucking with Turkey, but let's do this Keyshawn Barinchik card in New York City on our own, MSG. Let's put Abdullah Mason on the undercard. We gonna do our own shit. We gonna do our own show. But we still fucking with Turkey, though. I love that, bro. There's a place for him. I just don't think it's being the crown prince of the sport of boxing. That's it. KO, if you could match make Tank, who next? Keyshawn or Shakur? Whoever performs better in their next fight. Champion at 135, whoever performs better. So if Keyshawn look better against Barincic, then Shakur look against Schofield, Keyshawn. If Shakur look better against Schofield, then Keyshawn look against Barincic, Shakur. Shakur. This is, of course, assuming that Keyshawn handled business February 14th, Shakur handles business February 22nd, Tank Davis handles business March 1st, and there are no upsets. Who looks the best? Who are the fans demanding the most? Whoever looks the best. Really? Key over Kerr is dirty work, KO. Well, I'm also keeping in mind that Shakur already is planning to fight Williams Zepeda, too. Turki already said, I want to make Schofield, then I'm looking to make Zepeda, then I want to fight Tank Davis. Shakur, promoter, Eddie Hearn already said, I'm looking to make Schofield, then we want Zepeda, then Tank Davis at the end of the year. Shakur himself said he wants Lomachenko, then he wants Tank Davis next. So he's not prioritizing Tank Davis right now anyway. Sorry, bro. Shout out to NHA2 with the 5-piece in the super chat. He said, so Tank fighting the roaches of the world is growing the sport, but Turki putting on 50-50 big fights isn't growing the sport. We shall see. We shall see. I hear you. Now show up, and I need more people talking about Turki's card with Riyadh season, right? And when you say 50-50 big fights, but Turbiev and Bivol is a 50-50 fight. It's going to be a close fight. It's going to be a good fight. It's not a big fight, though. It's not a big fight. It's a good legacy fight. A lot of legacy on the line. Undisputed again. The two best fighters at the 175-pound division for a long fucking time. Is it big, though? You can't say Shakur versus Schofield big. It's on the undercard. So I hear what you're saying. I was about to let you up, Boxing Hacker. I was about to let you up. You can come back. I hear what you're saying, bro. But I need people to show me that this is true. Show me that this is true. Everyone is not if what you're saying is true, then they should do better numbers. Their fight is cheaper. Look at all the ways y'all tell me that he's the man, right? The card is cheaper than Tank Davis's card. Right? The card is better than Tank Davis's card. Better fights on the card. Then it should show by outperforming him. It should show. It should definitely show. That's all I'm telling y'all. If it doesn't, then y'all are wrong. You're wrong, bro. Like, I'm tired of all this, like, YouTube talk, YouTube back and forth, comment section, fucking Twitter spaces, X, Twitter, Instagram talk, TikTok talk. I'm tired of that. If what y'all come by my channel and tell me all the time is true, then out there in the real world, more people should stop, open up their wallets, and buy that Riyadh season card than what people buy the motherfucking March 1st card. They are a week apart. So when given the opportunity, people say they are a week apart. I can only afford one. I'm buying a Riyadh season card. That's what should happen. And I'm not even shitting on you by talking about the live gate, because that is unfair. I'm trying to make it as competitive as possible. Because if we start talking about revenue in general, and I say it should do better numbers overall, including the live gate, then you fucked. If I say that it should generate more revenue overall, then you fucked. But here's the secret why I know y'all won't win this argument. They have a much higher break-even point. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's why y'all can't fuck with me, and that's why y'all don't want to talk about me. They have a higher break-even point because of the fighters they have on that card and what you got to pay them. Yeah. that card costs more to put on. Uh-oh. So the break-even point is way higher because you're spending more money on it. But it shouldn't matter because it's the one that everyone wants for the savior of boxing. It shouldn't matter because that's the one that everyone wants for the face of boxing, the savior. Turki Al-Sheikh, the savior. If what y'all are saying is true. Yeah, if what y'all saying is true. So we'll see. We'll see. I can't wait. I got one more, then I'll open up the panel for y'all, man. One more topic, then we'll open up the panel for y'all. But for me, my last words on the Turkey shit, man, is this. Nostalgia Life, what's up? There's a place for him in the sport of boxing. And I like the cards that he's put on so far. I like the Riyadh season, February 22nd card. I like the May 3rd Ryan and Devin Haney warm-up card. I like the fact that it's in New York. I love the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight, part 2, the rematch. I hate that it's in Saudi Arabia, though. I love PBC Benavidez versus Morel and Figueroa versus Fulton. I love Alberto Puello versus Sandor Martin and Jose Rayo Valenzuela versus motherfucking Gary Antoine Russell. And anytime Tank Davis fights, it's must-see TV. I love the fact that PBC is sending Rolly Ramiro over to Turkey, showing a willingness to work together and giving them a main event fighter to make the card even better. I love that PBC is sending Carlos Adames over to Turkey to fight Hamza Shiraz at a 160-pound title fight. That, for my money, is the best 160-pound fight that we've seen in the last 5 years. I asked that question earlier. So before I get to Shakur and Tank, can somebody name a better fight of the past 5 years in the middleweight division than Carlos Adames versus Hamza Shiraz, bro? Can someone do that for me, bro? Because I'm trying to figure out where all this hate is. He's making his own big cards. He's working with Turkey. I'm trying to figure out, bro. I'm trying to figure out where all the hate is coming from, dog. I said of the last 5 years, what year did they fight? What year did they fight? They might be right on that 5-year cusp. I thought they fought for the second time in 2018. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So let's move on. Shakur was on the Portaway podcast. They did a great job interviewing him. It's about an hour into the interview an hour into the show when he showed up, like the 58-minute mark, and he was there for about 30 minutes. They covered a wide range of topics. Obviously, we're going to focus in on what Shakur Stevenson had to say about Gervonta Tank Davis. And that is this. He said he'll accept the B-side. He says that he wants to get Tank on the phone like Earl and Bud did. And he said that he's Tank Davis's biggest money fight. That Tank Davis gets him the most money, but he also gets Tank Davis the most money. That was the gist of what he said. Let's talk about that really quickly. Number one, and most importantly, I'm worried about us getting Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. I'm worried about it. Okay, how can you be worried, bro? What do you mean? How can you be worried, bro? Nah, KO. Nah, ain't no way, man. Shakur with all the smoke, he on demon time. That's what Lucas said. That's what Lucas said. Right? Here's my thing. Why Tank and Shakur need to get on the phone to make a fight? Why y'all teams couldn't just make the fight when Tank Davis's team reached out to you? Why you want to get on the phone with Tank Davis directly? Shakur Stevenson is trying to do to Tank Davis what Bud Crawford did to Earl Spence Jr. And he's trying to take that tact of, look, our numbers outside of each other don't matter. Our numbers outside of each other don't matter. When we come together, it's the biggest fight in boxing. So we should both get close to the same money because of the fight. that we both represent. The how big the fight is, bro. That's that Bud Crawford Earl Spence shit, and it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, bro. They don't need to talk on no phone. They don't need to do none of that shit. All Shakur Stevenson needs to do is the next time he's reached out to, make Tank Davis the priority, bro. He can't do shit like that, fam. Like that shit doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And then I see you backstage. Give me a second. I'm gonna land this plane real quick. The biggest thing I took away from all of that, he said, so you missed when he said he wouldn't ask for 50-50 or none of that. I understand that, but what will you ask for? 60-40? The point is, B. Hayes, he don't have the right to really ask for shit. I know y'all don't like to hear that, bro, but based on their numbers, he really just should take whatever the fuck is offered to him. When they called about that one fight deal, he should have just took the motherfucker. He don't need to talk to Tank to get cool with Tank. You just take the fight because you believe you can win and you're going to get the most money fighting him. And then the other half of that is not true. He said that Tank Davis, he's going to get Tank Davis the most money too. That's not true, bro. That's not true. At all, fam. The idea that he's Tank Davis's biggest fight, how? He's the fight that might be the best legacy fight. He's the fight that some people feel might be more competitive. But how are you his biggest money fight? How are we so sure that Tank versus Shakur outsells Tank versus Keyshawn Davis? Are we so sure that Tank versus Shakur outsells Tank versus Lomachenko? Where that shit come from? And if he wants to be negotiated with like he's Tank Davis's biggest fight, if he wants to be negotiated with how Earl and Bud went down, bro, it's not going to work out well because Tank is not Earl. Tank is not Earl, bro. He's not giving that shit away. He's not going to get played like Earl got played. Because I cover all the boxing. I don't listen, bro. You can ask me 100 times, homie. You can ask me 1,000 times. You can ask me 1,000 fucking times. You've asked me at least 10 times because I cover all the boxing. That's why. That's why. Because I cover all the boxing. And I want to cover what's keeping us from getting the fucking fights. That's what I want to cover. So I just want y'all to understand the important part about all of this is Shakur Stevenson is going to have to do what it takes to get that fight. Trying to come at it from the way he's coming at it, like, oh, I got room to negotiate. I'm a big name too. I represent the most money he ever gonna get. That shit right there not gonna get you nowhere, homeboy. It's not gonna get you nowhere, homeboy. You're gonna get offered what you offered. You're gonna get you already got approached and offered the fight the first time. You didn't take it. If Tank does big numbers and you look bad against Schofield, the offer's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse, bro. It's not gonna get any better. I need y'all to understand that. He already said he's the B side. Y'all keep saying that. So why didn't he take the offer that he got offered last year? Why didn't he take the one he got offered last year? The one fight deal. Why didn't he take that? I hear what y'all saying. He's saying that shit now because he's fighting Schofield. Why didn't he say this shit in August, September, October, November? He wasn't talking like this till he got a fight signed. Y'all still don't see it though. You still don't see it though. He wasn't talking like this until he started doing interviews for the Schofield fight he got coming up. Your shit never, ever came out like this until you knew you already had a fight sign. Now he popping this shit. Now he the B-side. Now he just do whatever. I'll talk to him on the phone and shit. Okay, cool. Question. When his team supposedly called you and then they hung up that, Shakur, you want the fight? Yeah, we want the fight. Click. And they never sent you no offer. Because Dank Father calling me a liar. They never sent you no offer. They never sent you a contract. They called you, asked you, did you want to fight? And you said, yeah, and then y'all just hung up the phone. Nobody called you back. If that's what happened and you wanted to fight and you know you the B-side, how come you didn't try to talk to Tank Davis on the phone then? See how niggas be willing to do everything to make a fight when they already got a fight lined up? When you already got a fight lined up, man, I know I'm the B-side. I ain't asking for no 50-50. I'll talk to him on the phone. Tank and I can talk on the phone. You know, he got some personal stuff, but I'd be willing to talk to him on the phone. Where was all this shit at when y'all both didn't have a fight lined up? How come we didn't hear shit like this until after the fight got lined up? When Kenny Ellis was clowning you for going to Turkey and ducking Tank Davis, how come you didn't say, man, I'm trying to fight, man? Tell him call me on the phone. What's up? What's happening? When Lorenzo Truck Simpson said, hey, man, stop talking about me or Ellis. Talk about Kenny or just fight Tank. How come he didn't say, well, give me the nigga number then? Because we waited on that nigga to call us back. They never called us back. Give me the nigga number. I'll call him and try to make the fight my damn self. Because remember, it's your biggest bag. It's the Super Bowl. It's the biggest fight of your career. Why didn't he do it then when he was actually free to make the fight? Now that he's fighting Floyd Schofield, I'm the B-side. I'll talk to him on the phone personally to make the fight. Nigga, stop capping. You can't make a move without Jay Prince and Josh Dubin say so. Get the fuck out of my face. Y'all fall for anything, bro. And then it's this shit right here. How we know he didn't, KO? How we know he didn't try to talk to Tank personally, man? How we know he didn't try to talk to Tank personally? Yeah, because he the type of nigga to be quiet. he the type of nigga to keep shit on the hush. He know how to hold his water. Y'all boys crazy, man. Looks like we got a couple of debates, man. Let's see what's up, bro. What's up with it, man?
Yo, what's good, KO?
Chilling, I'm chilling.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the same thing, a lot of speculations.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Who can come up here and moderate? I just need somebody to keep time. Yeah. I got a formula now. We ain't doing that yelling over each other. I'm gonna see what y'all really got.
You know I never did that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what y'all really got though. Who can come up here and moderate real quick? I just got two people that look like they won't smoke. I got the homie Snowflakes, and then I got a boxing hacker back there. Yeah, we're gonna see what's good. Somebody hit that link that can moderate and just keep time for me real quick, if you don't mind. One of the people that's gonna join the open panel anyway, y'all come up here and moderate real quick. All you need is a cell phone and a stopwatch, man. All the cell phones got the watch apps on them bitches. While we waiting, I'm sure somebody hit the link. How many minutes you try and go?
I'm good with 2.
2 minutes each round. I bet. Hold up. Let me put the link in the chat again for y'all, man. There go the link. It's pinned in the chat too. I just need a moderator right now. DC Dre, what's up, bro? There go the homie Truth. Truth, what's up?
What's up? I can moderate.
I appreciate you, bro. You got if you don't want to, Ronnie's here too. So it's up to y'all.
Oh, okay, yeah. If Ronnie here, then he can go.
I bet, bro. Shout out to the homie Truth. What's up, Ronnie? Appreciate you, dog.
Yep. Always. I got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said he want to do 2 minutes.
2 minutes. I thought we graduated from this Snowflake guy.
I like the back and forth.
No worries, man. I got you.
All right, just start the clock when he start talking. Then we got Boxing Hacker behind him, B Hayes behind him, and then Wayne Talk behind him. Then I'm opening up the panel. So we only got 1, 2, 3. We only gonna do 4 debates tonight. Then I'm opening up the panel. Go ahead, Snowflake. It's on you when you start talking.
All right. So like a lot of what we doing is like speculating. A lot of what you doing is speculating, and it's entertaining. You know, that's why I come and watch this shit. You're very entertaining. It's a lot of, well, he said this, so I'm gonna connect that, and that's a lot of what you do. It worked. I mean, you know, it's good to have, but let's just pay attention to what they're saying. You know, like we got to remember, and I know you know this, Knockout. A lot of fans don't. Fights are business partnerships first. These are two businesses coming together, two men coming together, agreeing on terms, agreeing on pay, and then putting on the show. It's a partnership. Just judging by interviews, judging by what they're saying, in my opinion, it's obvious that Gervonta looks like he's less wanting of that partnership with Shakur. He's less wanting of actually making it happen. But you're going to go ahead and speculate and say, oh, he sent them a contract. Shakur turned it down. Or you're going to say, oh, he called them. Why didn't they answer? We don't know. We don't manage either of them. But just hear what Davis is saying. Davis is clearly telling us he doesn't want to fight him. He doesn't have any interest in fighting him. Hear what Calvin Ford said. He won't let us do what we want to do. They know each other, bro. They known each other before we knew them. There's a reason why no one wants to fight Shakur. And the only person that wants to fight Shakur is pretty much on a fucking suicide mission. Because he doesn't care. Because, Schofield's career is going to be just fighting everybody, like Sean Porter. Right? But out of everyone else, no one wants to fight Shakur. Tank is no different, bro. Tank don't want to fight Shakur. And to me, that's obvious. Why doesn't he want to fight him? Maybe the check ain't big enough yet. I'm with you that Tank could make more money with Orion or Loma. Really just those two. At least for today. But, you know, I think a lot of the speculation that, well, he reached out to him. He's only talking now. Bro, Shakur has always talked the same. He's a B-side. Obviously, he better not say anything else because he is. But when you hear Tank's side, Tank ain't saying. Oh, go ahead.
All right, so number one, you said Gervonta Tank Davis looks like he wants it less than Shakur Stevenson. I don't know how much more you can show somebody that you want it by trying to talk to them about making a fight, and you're the one that reached out to them to try to make the fight, and your team wanted a one-fight deal, and that fighter decided to go in another direction. So I don't know what more he has to do to show you guys that he wanted to fight Shakur Stevenson. Then you said Shakur has always talked the same, which is just not fucking true, bro. Shakur Stevenson went from calling Gervonta Davis a duck to saying that Gervonta Davis is not a duck. He did the video with the chains on, sent that shit to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather posted it. He calling him a duck. Then a month later, he's saying Tank Davis is not a duck. I'm not ducking him. He not ducking me. I know the fight is going to happen. It's not speculation that Eddie Hearn said he was instructed by Shakur Stevenson's team not to make the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. It's not speculation that Shakur Stevenson came out of his own mouth on two separate interviews and said Tank Davis's team reached out to my team to try to make a fight. So that's not speculation. At the end of the day, what you cannot get around is this, and I've said it before and I'll say it again because guys want to have the same debates over and over and over again, and that is this, bro. Shakur Stevenson admitted that they reached out to him, and then Eddie Hearn admitted that they tried not to make the Tank Davis fight because Shakur Stevenson told them not to. So either Shakur Stevenson told Eddie Hearn not to try to make the Tank Davis fight because he's fucking scared as shit, or he told Eddie Hearn not to make the Tank Davis fight because he was already working on it. You can't find a logical explanation other than those two things right there. So unless you're ready to say that Shakur Stevenson was scary as fuck and didn't want to fight Tank Davis, you got to admit that he was actually working on a Tank Davis fight and he didn't want Eddie Hearn to fuck it up. But then he decided to sign with Eddie Hearn anyway. It is Shakur Stevenson that keeps saying he wants Lomachenko and then Tank Davis. He wants Zepeda and then Tank Davis. It is Shakur Stevenson that ran around here trying to go at Mia Ellis when all Kenny Ellis did was clown him for fighting Joe Cordina. It was Shakur Stevenson that tried to go at Truck Simpson for simply saying, fight Tank. What you talking about Mia Ellis for? It continues to be him over and over again, changing his energy. Okay.
All right, Snowflake, you can go ahead with your rebuttal when you're ready.
So, to me, it's obvious. You're right on some of what you're saying. Like, I think Shakur is not necessarily, chasing the fight down. Had he chased the fight down, he would have never signed with Eddie Hearn. He would have just signed with PBC and just took whatever crumbs they were offering him. And I think that's where the delay is at with Shakur. I think Shakur realizes that he's the one that's not making it a big fight yet. Where it's his fault, it's his doing, or his lack of, being a star yet, on why it's not a big. So I'm with you in that. Maybe they're not chasing the fight down, but it is part of the plan for them. That's obvious, and that's always been obvious with Shakur. it's very much part of the plan. And right now they're telling us the plan. They're telling us the Schofield, Zepeda, Tank. All Tank has to do is say, yeah, we'll see in the future. Yeah, I'm open to that in the future. Yeah, that's not the way he's talking. He's talking about retiring. And you want to always talk about what Shakur is saying and nitpick at what he's saying, but I never hear you say anything about what Tank is saying. I never hear you talk about, Tank is talking about retiring instead of fighting these guys. Tank seems okay with fighting none of them, even though last year when he was fighting against Frank Martin, he was talking about having this list with these guys. And then this year, he's flipping his tune to being okay with fighting none of them. How are you okay fighting none of them, including Shakur? He should, at the very least, he should say, well, my plan is to fight Shakur in 2 or 3 fights from now, whenever Shakur gets his name up. Give us something, but that's the thing. That's the difference between Tank and everyone else. Even Canelo, Duck, and Benavidez is saying, if they pay me $200 million or whatever ridiculous number he said, I'll do it. I've never heard of somebody saying, no, I don't want to do it. I'm going to retire. That's what I'm saying. This is a different kind of Duck. He's telling you he's ducking, and you want to ignore that. Because you want to talk about what Shakur's talking about. What is Tank saying? Tank is the ace side? I mean, what the fuck can Shakur do? So it's like, Tank clearly doesn't want to fight. He's telling you he doesn't want to fight. Shakur can't fight right now. I mean, he has to build his name up. And I think that's a smart thing to do for all of us. For all of us, it's good that the fight happens at the right time, that it doesn't happen like a Hopkins and Roy Jones.
What is Tank saying? Tank said nigga sent him a contract. He decided to go in a different direction, which I'm the wrong one to get up here and agree with in the middle of debating me, bro. You got the nerve to say that Shakur isn't chasing down the fight because he signed with Matchroom instead of PBC. That's just a fabricated, funnified kind of wordsmith way of saying you admitting that he ducked, bro. You saying it's part of the plan to save Tank Davis for later. Do you not know by not going after your biggest bag, by not going after your biggest fight, by not chasing down the money man in your division, that is by definition the duck because he gets you everything you claim you want. You change your name to hashtag chasing the bag. Well, he's the biggest fucking bag. You said fuck chasing greatness. I'm trying to get the money. Well, he's the biggest money. You say you want the biggest and best fights. Well, he's the biggest and the best fight that you could possibly have, bro. I'm the wrong one to do that with. So admitting that he left Tank Davis on the table and went inside to Matchroom instead of seeing what the PBC was offering after admitting that they reached out to him, that is the definition of a motherfucking duck. And you said, I'm focused on what Tank Davis is saying and tried to bring up his retirement. His retirement is not our debate. So I'm not wasting my 2 minutes, sir. I'll leave that up to you. But let's talk about what Shakur Stevenson said. Shakur Stevenson, out of your mouth in your rebuttal round, said he'd rather fight Schofield, Zepeda, and then Tank Davis. So how can you duck a nigga that don't even want to fight you right now? Make that shit make sense. His promoter, Eddie Hearn, said the same thing. His funder, his angel investor, Turki Alashiki, said the same thing. Schofield, Zepeda, then Tank Davis. So what I'm trying to figure out is if Tank Davis reaches out to Shakur for a fight, but Shakur goes in another direction out of your own mouth, and then the direction that he goes, his handlers are saying that they want to make other fights before Tank Davis. How the fuck did Tank Davis duck him and not the other way around? Everything you said points to Shakur Stevenson ducking Tank Davis. You made my argument for me. I didn't even have to talk in round 2, bro, because you said everything for me. You admitted he went in another direction, bro. You admitted that it wasn't part of the plan right now. So if it's not part of the plan right now, but it's your biggest fight, then you ducked, bro. That's it. That's all. That's my time for this round.
Perfect. That's 3, right? Is that 3?
That was 2. This is about to be 3.
No, that was 2.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So it's his biggest fight now. Yes. Y'all can hear me? Hello? Yo, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. We ain't interrupting you.
Go ahead, yeah. All right. So is it his biggest fight? Yeah, it's his biggest fight. But was it bigger 2 years ago than it'll be maybe at the end of this year or maybe next year? It's still a business at the end of the day, Knockout. And you want to talk how much of a business it is and timing on fights and you know when it comes to, I guess, Tank. But now that we're talking about Shakur understands that if I go to the table now with Tank, he's going to screw me on a deal. I mean, he's not going to get nearly what he's worth. Why? Because he was on Top Rank and they were sabotaging him. These are things that you've covered. So he's now building his name. I'm okay with them not fighting now. I'm not even calling Tank, and I want to make this clear. I'm not calling Tank a duck because they're not fighting today. I'm not saying, oh, well, that's not Tank. It should have been Tank instead of Schofield. That's not what I'm saying. Nor am I even saying it should be Tank instead of fucking Zepeda whenever that happens, whether it's the summer or whenever it is. I'm saying it's a fight that we want to see down the line. At one point, you want to see it, I want to see it. How do I know? Because 1 out of every 3 or 4 of your topics, the name Shakur pops up. Tank can't do an interview without Shakur's name on there. Tank and vice versa. So it is a big fight, and it's not a fight that's ready now. I'm not calling him a duck for not taking it now. I'm calling him a duck for saying he's not interested in taking it. That's what I'm calling him a duck for. And on top of that, it's who he's fighting in the meantime. Who he's fighting in the meantime is ridiculous. I mean, I don't think Schofield is even an impressive fighter. I don't think Shakur's proving anything with a Schofield fight, but even Schofield's better than fucking Roach. So there's that part as well, where it's like, not only are you not fighting Shakur, not only you're eliminating Shakur for the future in the way he's talking, because he's talking about retirement and he's saying what has Shakur done? Oh, he has his defense. A lot of it just sounds like he's scared. He doesn't sound like, yo, when Shakur's ready, I'm going to make that fight, or we're going to plan that. That's going to happen. Shakur's talking like that. I think Shakur's talking like that, just being optimistic and trying to be respectful, because, again, it is a business partnership. That's why Shakur's talking that way. Tank, on the other hand, like you've seen Benavidez flip a lot of the way he talks about Canelo now. He's more respectful and stuff like that. Why? Because they understand it's a business partnership. You got to be on good terms with the A side. And that's what Shakur's doing.
So again, bro, I'm gonna need you to like formulate some arguments better, because you just said it's a business at the end of the day, and Shakur Stevenson won't get what he's worth if he's fighting Tank Davis right now, and so that's why he's trying to go another direction first, which is a duck. Because number one, going another direction from your biggest bag and the biggest legacy fight when it's on the table for you and they reaching out to you for a fight, that's a duck. Furthermore, the only thing you said right is that Shakur Stevenson won't get what he's worth to fight Tank Davis. You're 100% right. He will not get what he's worth to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. He will get more money than he's worth fighting Gervonta Tank Davis right now. The dude is on a fucking undercard right now. The dude just did 8,000 people in his home stadium and then 10,000 before that. No fighter gets what they're worth when they fight Gervonta Tank Davis. They all get more than what they're worth to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, which makes it an even bigger fucking duck. Hector Garcia, biggest bag. Tank Davis, more than he worth. Ryan Garcia's biggest bag. Tank Davis, more than he's worth. Frank Martin's bigger bag. Tank Davis, more than he's worth. Lamont Roach's biggest bag about to be Tank Davis, more than he's worth. So how in the fuck is it not a duck to have the A side who gives you the biggest bag right now, who pays you more than what you're worth right now, reach out to you, trying to make a fight, trying to offer you a one-fight deal, and you turn it down to go fuck with Eddie Hearn to fight the Cordinas and the Schofields of the world? By the way, a Schofield that you just said is not that good of a fight to you. And let's get this straight too on the whole thing, because this ain't really the topic, but I got to cook everything you said while I have time to. You said Tank can't do an interview without Shakur's name on there. Well, last I checked, he don't do a lot of interviews, but the one thing he did most recently was he did the Instagram live, and I don't remember him bringing up Shakur and him having to put Shakur Stevenson on the title. But if you go to the 17 interviews that Shakur Stevenson has up on this platform, YouTube right now, you will see that all of them got Tank Davis' name in there. And what you can't get around, bro, is the fact that that man is showing he want to do other shit outside of Tank Davis. Tank Davis said they sent him an offer, and Shakur confirmed that they reached out to him for a fucking fight. When Tank come calling, when Canelo come calling, when Anthony Joshua come calling, if you don't make that your one and only priority to fight those types of names, you duck them. There is no way around it. That's my time. Appreciate you coming up, though, bro.
Yo, good debate as always, bro. You told half the story just there, but it's all good.
I'll see you later, man.
Come back for the open panel. Snowflake.
Yeah, please. All right, hold on. Let me get these super chats, bro. Shout out Ricky Dickey, 2-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. Not to mention, Kurt Fake retired a year before Tank. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 5-piece in the super chat. Tank says Kurt doesn't deserve a fight, but the Tankamaniacs don't hold Tank to the same standards for capping. Tankamaniacs, hypocrisy is funny style. Salute to my boy Big Dog Willie with the 5-piece in the super chat. All right, Boxing Hacker, what are we debating?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, KO? So basically, it's a topic that we sort of brought up the last time about I guess you were saying that Turkey's plan can't survive base because they're losing money or they're not profitable, and also
So
fighters.
you want to do Turkey?
Yeah, of course, Turkey.
How many
And,
minutes?
He get
we
no.
do
He
2
get
minutes.
1 minute.
He get 2 minutes. That's fine. Either
He
way,
gets-
We'll do him
he
too.
get-
All right,
he gets
start the
30
clock.
seconds.
Start the clock
Yeah.
when he start talking, bro.
tell me when to go.
You
Nah,
tell
he
me
just
when to
gonna he just gonna start. He gonna start the clock when you start your argument.
Okay, sure. So to start off, you mentioned that Turkey's business model isn't profitable, so it can't sustain. And the reason I think this is wrong is because you're kind of looking at the American business model of let's say like a PBC, their business model, and you're trying to use it to like equate the value of Turkey's business model, which is completely different. Saudi is doing they're investing into the sport. They're buying up resources, they're spending more money on fighters, they're investing. So their profitability is not direct, like let's say like a PBC or Top Rank, which is looking for like an immediate return. What they're looking for is a long-term investment. So it's like a long game for them, so they're not expecting like a quick return. They're expecting like what happens in the future. And with that being said, that allows them to also know that, hey, we should pour more money into this so we can hopefully reach our end goal. That's why you see they're able to allocate more fight money from money to fighters as well. And this brings me to another argument that you want to make about, well, fighters should fight for what they're worth. But what you don't realize is that the worth of a fighter is just like the worth of an employee. It's based on the company. So what that means is, like, for instance, company A can be like, hey, I want this fighter, I want this employee, I want to pay him $15 an hour, right? And let's say he's just flipping burgers. But company B can be like, I'm gonna pay him $20 an hour. Which one is to say that the employee is worth? It's always based on company. Whatever model they use to figure out how much they can spend is what they're gonna do. And from the aspect of the fighter, they're always gonna look for their best interest. Remember, like I said, boxing is for us fans, this is a sport, but for boxers, it's also a business. So they're gonna look at it and say, hey, I'm gonna go where I'm gonna make the most amount of money. At the end of the day, like if company A can't give me upfront money, or they're saying that I should work for a back end or back end percentage deal. Okay.
All right. So a couple of things. Your argument about the Turkey and Saudi Arabia. Number one, you don't know their business model. Number two, you didn't want to say it, but at the end of the day, basically what you said is their business model is going to have to change because they're not going to be willing to lose money forever. You actually agree with me. Eventually, they're either going to get tired of losing money and pull out, or they're going to get tired of losing money and they're going to change and try to become profitable and try to make money. That's what it is. No business is going to sustain losing money over long periods of time, bro. That's the argument. At the end of the day, overpaying fighters and losing money on your fight cards, they will not be willing to do that. That is the definition of an investment, right? An investment and a gift are two different things. The fact that you're calling it an investment shows that you agree with me, but you don't even know it because you like to sound smart, bro. You like to sound like you know what you're talking about. An investment is something that you want a return on. That's why it's called ROI, return on investment. They're investing in the sport because eventually they want a return on that investment, meaning they want to be able to make money off of it, which goes to my point of continuing to lose money is not sustainable. At some point, they're going to change and they're going to try to make money off of it. So you calling it an investment just proves my point. It's not a gift. They're not just giving it away and not expecting anything in return. That's why they're trying to go to America sometimes. That's why they're trying to go to the UK. That's why they're putting shit on pay-per-view. That's why they're moving shit around, so forth, to try to get a return on their investment, bro. At the end of the day, that's the bottom line, bro. That's business 101. That's having business acumen. It's what Turkey is doing. It's not an American model. It's not a Saudi Arabia model. People try to make money when they're investing, and they are investing because they want to get money back on boxing. And if they are unable to do so, they will eventually pull out of the sport, or they will change the way that they're investing altogether, bro. They did it with soccer. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so to clarify, we don't have the same argument. Your initial argument was about an immediate return. You were talking about the profit of the fight, so that was like immediate return. I'm saying they're investing into the sport, meaning that they're not they probably have a long-term goal. It could be, yeah, maybe in the future they plan to make it more profitable in the future. That's possible, but that's still different than an immediate return. Let's clarify that. However, it could be also that, hey, they may be doing it just to bring more traction to their country, and that means more tourists. That also means again profit, but but that's indirectly. So, but we don't know which way. You're right. We don't know what's their main goal at the end of it, but we do know that they're invested into the sport. We see them doing that. We see how they allocate money to buy up Ring Magazine. We see how they allocate money to buy up the Zone. So like we see them doing this. And so when you say, oh, well, we're saying the same thing or something, we're not. We're making two completely different arguments. You're looking at fight by fight, card by card, and saying, well, is this card profitable or not? And to them, it's a model that you can probably use for like PBC, maybe even the Zone. You look at that, you know what I'm saying? But for them, it's different. And you also made mention that you said that, oh, most companies need profit, sooner or later need profit. Yes, but it's not always immediate. Think about Uber. Uber started in 2009. They just became profitable in 2023. So it's not, when it comes to investing into companies, it takes time. And for Saudi, what's a country, they're looking at a different type of goal, and they do it in different sports as well. And this still brings it back to the same argument about the fighters themselves. When we say, oh, fighters aren't fighting for what they're worth, what's a fighter worth? Because at the end of the day, it's going to be defined by a company. If a fighter goes to PBC, they're going to say, hey, we're going to pay this percentage. That's defined by the PBC. If they go Top Rank, it's this percentage. That's defined by Top Rank.
Fighters are worth what they're able to bring to the table in a free market. Fighters are worth what they're able to generate. If you generate $1 million, no way you're worth $5 million. Someone is overpaying you. Just because someone is willing to overpay you doesn't mean that you're worth that. That's just business 101. You're worth what you can generate. You're worth what you have the ability to bring to the table. Just because someone is willing to pay you $10 million, but you only generate $1 million, doesn't mean you were worth that $10 million. And you know how you weren't worth that $10 million? Because the event loses money, Boxing Hacker. If you were getting paid your proper worth, or you were getting paid what you really were worth, then these events will not lose money. The mere fact that events are losing money lets you know that he's overpaying people, number one. Number two, you keep saying they probably have a long-term goal because you don't know what it is. You're coming up here and you're making hypothetical arguments that don't work with me. You also had the audacity to mention that they're doing business in boxing to bring more tourism to Saudi Arabia. So you want us to all believe, listening to you speak, that they're investing all of this money into boxing so that people can come and enjoy the 17th most popular sport in the world over in Saudi Arabia. So they'll come do that for boxing. If that's the case, if that's what they're doing it for, how come it's like 200 people in those stadiums when they fight? How come ain't nobody there? How come you don't see no tourists there? You don't see no everyday Joes, no regular people at the fights. They're not doing it for that. They're doing it for control. They're doing it for geopolitical purposes to make themselves not look like the goddamn dictatorship that they really are over there. They're trying to shine themselves in a positive light. They're buying up boxing for control to move it over to Saudi Arabia, bro. Not to have tourism, not for the fans, not for none of that shit. And at the end of the day, you keep calling it an investment. You keep saying that eventually they want to return. And the reason is because they know what they're doing is not sustainable. No business is going to lose money for years on end without changing what they're doing.
So I'll say this again. Fighters worth
Mr. Hacker.
Yes,
I believe that is the third
I thought
round.
it was 2 rounds.
No, that was his second. This is third right here.
I'm tripping. Okay, never mind. Start over.
Thank you. So I say this again. When it comes to fighters' worth, it's based on the company. It's not based on anything else. The company dictates what percentage, or if they're gonna give you the whole thing or not. For instance, some fighters will fight and they generate, maybe like thousands of people came to their fight. They get a flat fee. It's different from the amount of money revenue that brought into the actual event. Seldomly do we see a promotional company give a fighter the whole revenue to the event. No. The promotional company chooses, or they negotiate an agreement between them and the fighter, and they define how much that fighter is worth. That's how it works. So when you say that, oh, they're not fighting for their worth, there is no standard for that. At the end of the day, it's whatever company is going to pay you the most. And this works the same way in regular business. You can go to multiple jobs, right? Maybe you flip burgers, maybe you sell clothes. How much clothes did you sell? You know? But at the end of the day, the company's going to pay you based on what they think you're worth. You know, it doesn't mean that you can sell more, and the company's still going to pay you that same amount or the same percentage. You know, so when you say, oh well, companies fires are only worth how much they sell. That's not true. And for Saudi, if there's an investment, they look at fires as entities, and the entities are their fires themselves are like a big entity to their whole plan, of course. So of course they allocate more money to it. Do you say time? Sorry.
No. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. So of course they're gonna allocate more money to the sport, you know. And to clarify, I never said I knew exactly what the end game is. And yes, I already stated that it's an assumption. However, what I did say is we can clearly say they are invested into the sport. That's clear. What they're investing for, we do not know. And that when I said about what Saudi was going to do with the tourism, that was just a suggestion. Maybe that might be something they might do. I say that's what they would do. But regardless of the fact, they have an immediate. What they're doing is they're planning for an investment into the future, and the way they're allocating the money is based all on that. And I'll land my plane with that.
All right, bro. So you can say it as many times as you want, but I'm just gonna keep rebuttaling it and proving you wrong, bro. Like
it won't be wrong,
bro. I didn't talk while you were talking, bro.
Oh,
your worth is based on what you are able to generate. If someone pays you $100,000 to do a job, but you sucked at that job, or they lost money paying you that much, they are going to fire your ass because you are not worth what they are paying you. To make the analogy to boxing is just because someone is willing to pay Devin Haney $20 million to fight Ryan Garcia, for example. I don't know if that's the number. I'm not saying that I do know that, but as an example, if Ryan is getting 30 million and Devin is getting 20 million and they fight each other over in Saudi Arabia, and that event ends up losing $30 million, then they got overpaid because they couldn't cover the cost of paying those fighters that much money. It's very fucking simple, bro. Just because you can go get that because you're able to negotiate it doesn't mean that you were worth what you negotiated. And it shows with the revenue generated or the revenue lost from an event, bro. It happens all the time in the world of business. At the end of the day, what Turki Al-Sheikh is doing in the first round that you came up here to make is not sustainable. He will either make it to where he will have complete control so he can charge people whatever the fuck he want and pay fighters what he want because he got complete control over the sport, or he will become more competitive because someone is being competitive with him and he'll stop overpaying fighters. Those are the two things that will happen in this scenario, bro. But eventually something is going to change because it is not sustainable. No matter how many times you try to say it till you're blue in the face, fighters are not worth is not based on the company. It's worth how much money you can generate, because companies overpay people all the time. You overpay for products all the time, and then you find out later that that product wasn't worth it, or you find out later in this case that that boxer wasn't worth it. You pay Tyson Fury $150 million to fight Alexander Usyk. You pay Alexander Usyk $75 million to fight Tyson Fury, and you can't even break even in the undisputed heavyweight fight. You can't even turn a profit. Then you overpaid them because they were your biggest expenditure, bro. They cost you the most money. They weren't worth what you paid them, because if they were, you would have at minimum broke even on the event, bro. Business 101. That's my time.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming up, Boxing Hacker. We got B Hayes. What up?
What's up, famo?
What's good?
Man, I ain't never did this before, so I just want to clarify real quick. We arguing the what you got on the bottom of the screen. Shakur says Tank's biggest money fight.
We arguing. No. It's whatever you want. You can come with any debate you want to come with, bro.
Shit,
it don't have to be Tank. It don't have to be Shakur. It don't have to be Turkey. Whatever you want.
You know who I ride with? I ride with Shakur, and I think Tank don't want the smoke, and I
Hold on,
think
before you go, stop his time running. Let me catch these super chats, then you got it. Shout out to USLD1 LLC 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. You sound dumb as hell. He doesn't. No business. Shout out Block News Media 20-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. You say salute KO. Salute to my boy Block News Media. All right, first behaves. What how long you want to go? Each round.
We can do the regular 2 minutes, so I mean we can go however long you want, bro. It's all good. I'm
We'll
ready
do
for
2
whatever.
minutes. We'll do 2 minutes since it's your first time, and I got some people behind.
Okay, that's cool.
And then what's your debate?
Which one you want to do, man? You want to do Tank don't want to smoke, or you want to do Shakur the biggest fight?
We can do the biggest fight because I've debated the duck smoke shit a lot. I'd like to do the biggest fight. That's fine.
All right, okay. So
It's
Shakur,
on you. Go ahead.
all right, let me know when the time start.
It'll start when you start making your argument. Go ahead.
All right, Shakur is Tank's biggest fight, because just recently in 2024, he was number 1 on free TV for ESPN. His ratings were bigger than Keyshawn, and I think what Loma fought once against Cambosis, his ratings were bigger than that, which says that he wants to be seen. And ESPN tried to play him with his opponent, who was Artem, who was unknown, and he still had the biggest viewership as far as ESPN.
Is that him or me?
I think that's him. I can't hear him no
My
more.
fault. I don't know what's up with that. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Start
Okay.
his time from whenever he went out running. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, the box rec rankings. I got Tank in number 1 in the US at 135. Tank number 1 in the world at 135. Shakur number 2 in the US at 135, and number 2 in the world at 135. I got Keyshawn in number 7 in the US, and his world ranking has got to be more than 50 because I didn't even see him on the world ranking. So he's the most hated fighter at 135. Everybody want to see him get knocked out. I believe people would pay to see Tank knock out Shakur, thinking that's what's gonna happen. Everybody want to talk about how he playing on the undercard right now with his next fight against Schofield, but he headlined a bunch of fights on ESPN, and I love Key, active squad, but he was on the undercard for most of those fights. So it already tells you that the man is Shakur. The headliner is Shakur. The most, the highest ranked dude is Shakur. So the biggest fight to me, ratings and everything else, is Shakur. Riyadh season. I don't know why Tank won't go over there and fight. Canelo's over there fighting, but Tank being bougie and acting uppity like everybody got to come see him and he can't leave the U.S. Who says that fight wouldn't be in the United States? I just wish that he would do whatever he needed to do to make the fight, because that is his biggest fight.
Time.
Mic check. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Can y'all hear me, bro? Mic check. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Ronnie, can you hear me? Check. Can y'all hear me? Mic check. Chat said they can hear me. Ronnie, what about you? You got some? Yeah, your shit seems like it's messed up, bro. Are you good, Ronnie?
Yeah, I'm gonna back out and come back in. Give me a second, all right?
I bet. Y'all give me a second. Unfortunately, this is going to be our last debate, and then I'm opening up the panel for everybody. So if you backstage, I open up the panel for everybody, but I can't run debates to the end of the show. I want to give everybody an opportunity to talk too. So This one will be Hayes, will be the last one. Then I'm opening up the panel, but y'all are more than welcome to stay for the open panel for sure. But B Hayes, that argument was weak, bro.
Hey, the
That
rankings are the
argument was
facts,
weak,
dog.
bro.
1 versus 2,
That
dog.
argument was weak. When he get back up here, I'm about to do you. when he get back up here to keep the time, I'm about to do you, dog.
I got a rebuttal, KO. I get rebuttal time. Sorry.
All right. All right, man. All right, Ronnie, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. All right, it's on me. You can start the time when I start talking. So, Shakur Stevenson, the biggest fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. There's no argument to support that, which is why you started bringing up BoxRec rankings. Unfortunately, BoxRec rankings, accomplishments, belts, all that shit is not what makes a fight big. What makes a fight big is its commercial value to the sport and how big it's going to be and how many people are going to watch it, how many people are going to buy it. The fact of the matter is Shakur Stevenson sold less in his homecoming fight against Artem than he sold in his homecoming fight that he had before that. He went from 10,000 tickets to 8,000 tickets. The other thing he did was go from a main event to a co-main event, which he's fighting on right now. And before that, he was also going to be the co-main event against Joe Cordina. So his stock is steadily decreasing. The other thing that Shakur Stevenson has going against him is that he is a Black American fighter, like Tank Davis is a Black American fighter. They share the same fan base. So there's an argument out there that Lomachenko brings a completely different country and a completely different fan base to the table to possibly make his fight with Tank Davis bigger than a Tank Davis-Shakur Stevenson fight. Keyshawn Davis has the same fan base that Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis have, but Keyshawn, his next fight will build his name more than Shakur Stevenson's next fight because Keyshawn is fighting Barincic in America, in New York, on the main event, while Shakur is fighting in Saudi Arabia on the undercard, and they'll both be champions. There's no argument to support that Shakur will be bigger than Keyshawn when it comes to generating revenue and being a big fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. The fact of the matter is, Tank Davis has already had a fight that's bigger than Shakur Stevenson, and that was the Ryan Garcia fight. Tank versus Ryan, Shakur Stevenson, there's no evidence to support that they will even approach those numbers. You got Tank and T.O. could be bigger than that fight. You got Tank versus Ryan 2 could be bigger than that fight. If Tank and Devin ever fight, that could be bigger than that fight. There are literally 5, 6 fights. If Rayo beats Gary Antoine Russell on Tank Davis's undercard, and then Tank versus Rayo fights because of that Black fighter going against the Mexican and Mexican-American fighter, that fight can be bigger. There are many fights that can generate more revenue, that'll be better to casual fans, that people will want to see, that can do the numbers that Shakur and Tank will do. So I'll land it right there. Go ahead.
All right, commercial value. His main event main event is gonna be his highest paid event that he's fought in. So who really cares about that, really? And he's under Bivol and Better Be, which is a big fight as far as part 2 in the crescendo and the whole Riyadh season. As far as Black fighters, Frank did the second biggest fight for Tank with what they do, like 400,000 after Ryan. So I think that Shakur and Tank would do more than 400,000, even though they Black fighters fighting each other. Nobody's hated. All these casual fans on Twitter that hate Shakur, that keep wanting to go back and forth with Shakur, want to see that boy knocked out. They're going to buy that fight. They're going to pay for that fight. Okay, yeah, you want to put Keyshawn, and I hate trying to throw Keyshawn against Core because that's all active squad, but you want to throw Keyshawn's first event in Norfolk, in Virginia, at his home, and the numbers that he did up against Shakur's fourth fight in New Jersey. Okay, yeah, he was coming off the Edwin fight, which was his worst fight in his career. Ryan is Tank's biggest fight ever. So there was no evidence that was going to do over $1 million before they fought. So why are we running with evidence and not going with the backside numbers that we getting paid off of, which will be higher than Tank did versus Frank and higher than Tank would do against Keyshawn, who is not as known as Shakur. No matter how many second round knockouts he has of a Gustavo Lemos on his record. If you would have took Keyshawn before that fight, it would have did way less than he's gonna do against Shakur. And if you wait until after Barincic, you might get less than you were gonna get then after the Lemos fight. Because Barincic gonna come fight.
I noticed you didn't bring up Lomachenko. I noticed that you didn't bring up Teofimo. I noticed you didn't bring up a rematch with Ryan Garcia. I noticed that you didn't bring up a fight with Devin Haney. And I think that was all strategic on your part because you know you have no argument for Shakur to be a bigger fight for Tank Davis than any of those fighters that I mentioned. At the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson's demographic is the Black American fight fan, as is Tank Davis's demographic. Tank already got that on lock. He did 350,000 pay-per-view buys here in America with Frank Martin. The argument is not will Tank versus Shakur be bigger than Tank versus Frank? Hell yes. The argument that you're making is it is the biggest fight that he can have. And that's just not true. Because just like Tank and Shakur will do more than Tank and Frank, Tank and Loma, with Loma's pedigree, Loma's experience, Loma's accomplishments, and the fact that people think it'll be a highly entertaining fight in the entire country of Ukraine will be supporting Lomachenko with their blue and yellow flags, that fight in and of itself can be bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. The fact of the matter is there is a lot of evidence to support that Shakur Stevenson is not Tank Davis's biggest fight, but there's no evidence to support that Tank ain't his biggest because Tank is everybody's biggest fight, bro. And don't even mention Teofimo and his daddy popping shit and Tank popping shit with Calvin Ford, and then that Latino fan base that people go crazy for. Now that we have the formula of Tank and Ryan and what they did, all we got to do is put Tank Davis in a position with some Latino fighter that people believe can beat him. The numbers going to go crazy, bro. It's going to go dumb. More so than anything Tank and Shakur could do. What's an example of that? Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, 650,000 pay-per-view buys. Tank and Ryan doubled them up because of that same demographic shit that we're talking about right now. Canelo and Jermell were able to sell what Earl and Bud were able to sell. Because when you put two Black American fighters together, it's only a certain level that you can go to. But when you start getting other demographics and you start getting other countries involved and you start getting other ethnicities involved, that's when the fights get bigger and bigger and bigger, bro. All right.
Okay, yeah, that's cool, but I already stated that Ryan was the biggest fight, and the second biggest fight was against a black fighter. You want to talk about Loma and his 3 losses? Who's going to pay to see him in his 4th loss? And then Loma's fight, the only fight that Loma fought on ESPN that can compare with the numbers that Shakur was putting out was when he fought Tio. Let's talk about Tio and his 1 loss. Who wants to see, oh, do I still got it, get beat up by Tank? Not me. So, hey, why would I pay for that? Ryan, we've been there, done that. We done seen that. So no, Loma, Tio, and Ryan are not bigger than Shakur because Shakur is undefeated. Shakur ain't never been beat, never even been hit flush. So people are going to pay in and they're going to see that. Yes, Tank is definitely Shakur's biggest fight. There's no argument about that. But Tank fans like to run around here and try to downplay Shakur like he's not the biggest fight because y'all really scared because y'all know he a threat and y'all know y'all boy might not walk out of there with the win. And if he gonna go out there with his first L, I'm gonna pay to see that too. And it's enough question marks in that fight, more question marks in that fight than the T.O. fight, the Loma fight, and the Ryan fight, that all the Tank fans gonna come out to make sure that they homie walk out with the W. That's all I got to say on that. Shakur is Tank's biggest fight, period.
So, first of all, I want to see the fight. I don't want to get misconstrued. Ain't nobody scared against Shakur. Tank gonna dog walk that boy. But you said some things that we got to talk about. You said Loma versus T.O. is the only thing that compares to what Shakur did on ESPN. Well, last I checked, Lomachenko sold 150,000 pay-per-view buys. How many pay-per-view buys has Shakur Stevenson sold? That number would be 0. Rhymes with hero, Shiro, Nero, all that shit. So he actually had people pay to watch him fight on ESPN digitally. Shakur has never been in that position. Then you said no one wants to see Tank versus T.O. or Tank versus Ryan Garcia too. That is cap. You and I both know it. People will buy that fight. People will show up to that fight. It's funny how Tank Davis always has fights that nobody wants to see, yet he always outsells and outdoes his contemporaries every single time he steps out. So this idea that you have that Shakur is his biggest fight, you could say you think is his most difficult fight. You could say that you think it's his biggest legacy fight, but biggest fight, the one that's going to attract the most attention, that's cap. Shakur can't even attract enough attention to continue fighting in his own country. He can't even attract enough attention to be at the top of somebody's card, bro. So how is he going to attract enough attention to be Tank Davis's biggest fight? They rolling out the red carpet for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney to fight in America while sending Shakur Stevenson's ass over to motherfucking Saudi Arabia. So I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like at the end of the day, dog, it takes a different demographic, and you have to believe in the fighter that's fighting against Gervonta Tank Davis to do crazy numbers. 2 black fighters will only go so far. I think him and Shakur would do very well. Maybe it's 3rd on the list. Maybe it's 4th. They're all big fights. They're all fights we want to see. But there's no evidence to support Shakur's stock is going to be higher than Keyshawn Davis's is right now. Keyshawn Davis is making a lot of noise right now, and he's going to have what he does against Barincic will build him way more than anything Shakur can do against Floyd Schofield. There's no evidence to support Shakur's bigger fight for Tank than Lomachenko. Loma's been on pay-per-view and Shakur hasn't, bro. There's no evidence to support. Boy, hey.
Man, T.O. fighting the little room at MSG, dog. What we talking about?
Hey, bro. Hey. Salute to my boy B Hayes. I appreciate you, bro. You can stay up
man,
for
that was fun, bro. That was fun, man. I'm gonna get.
You can
I'm stay
stay
up
up
for
for
the.
Yeah, you can stay up for the open panel if you want to. If you gotta go, that's cool. Shout out to my boy Drink More Water with the 5-piece in the super chat. Turk's first U.S. card in May includes Ryan versus Rolly, Dare versus Jose Ramirez, and Bacoli versus F.A. Isak supposedly declined Ryan. That's not good news. Yeah, it's all bad, bro. All right, panel's open. Everybody can come up. Hold on, let me drop another link. Salute to y'all. Y'all go ahead, man. We listening. Y'all got it. Floor is y'all's. Anybody can talk, bro.
What's up, man?
Anybody can talk.
I think I'm still on the old link.
Hey.
Nah, you good?
Let's talk about Haymon.
You good on this one?
Okay. Yeah, I want to just say, I just wanted to ask a question. Does Tank really want that Shakur fight like he claimed he did?
Nope.
Because if he did, why is he the third? Why was Kerr like the 3rd option? Because from my understanding, I could be wrong. They reached out to Loma first. They've been in talks with Roach for 2 years, if you let some people tell it. And then you supposedly, sent a contract. We know he probably meant, they reached out for initial conversations. And then you just leave it at that and then never try to, double back. And this is on top of him, getting agitated every time you bring up Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So to a logical person, if you should tell somebody something, explain to a person how Tank is acting, during this whole process, they'll tell you like that doesn't sound like a man I wants to fight. So yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a long
maybe
question.
Dang.
It's a long ass question.
I second that motion.
That's a long ass question. Shout out to my boy OG. Shout out to the OG Mr. Munn with the 5-piece in the super chat. Salute OG Mr. Munn. I appreciate you. Y'all go ahead, man. I'm listening.
So
I got a question. Like, why do y'all think that Tank doesn't want to fight Shakur so bad? Like, I don't understand like why that's the sentiment. I feel like I feel like there's a lot of things that's, maybe the fight's not happening right now, and I'm cool with that. The fight's not happening right now, right this second. But this whole thing of like Tank has the power to make whatever fight he wants. Like I keep hearing that like it's a buzzword. I keep hearing people repeat that. And to this day, nobody has still told me besides he not gonna get hit clean how Shakur can beat Tank. Still nobody can kind of like break that down for me.
Shakur can't beat Tank.
Shakur can definitely beat Tank.
Well, 2 cents.
What happened?
Why won't he fight him then?
The only reason people say Shakur can beat Tank is because he run around. I've never seen Shakur do no head movement. I've only seen him back up. Tell me, any Shakur fan here, tell me.
Yeah.
So why Tank don't want to fight him then?
But why don't he want to fight him? Why your boy don't want to fight him then?
Hold up, let's
so easy, but
even
nobody can answer that question.
I think for me, that's the debate right there because he do want to fight that nigga. And he's already showed that he want to fight that. But I'm trying to let other people talk. So 2 cents, JD,
No,
For
I'm
those
not.
y'all go ahead, y'all get in on that
When
shit
that
because
fight
they
gets signed, I'll
I'm
break that
asking
fight
two
down to
I
cents.
don't want to take over. I don't want to take
in
over
layman
everything and
terms.
just put
What you asking me?
everything. So they
I'm
That
asked
fight
asking
they,
you,
gets
they
why don't
said
he
signed.
they
want to
said if
fight him
Tank
then?
I'm layman
they said if
terms.
Tank
You keep
Davis
saying there's no
they said
way
if Tank
he
Davis
can beat.
hold on, Terrence.
Yeah,
They saying if Tank Davis can beat Shakur Stevenson, then why don't Tank want to fight him? That's what they're asking.
right. That's what I'm asking. 2 cents.
But I'm trying to figure out why
Well,
y'all keep saying Tank don't want to fight him
Okay, let me
when it's
explain.
Shakur
Let
that's
me
doing.
explain. Oh
Hold
yeah,
on.
go ahead.
When it's Shakur that's moving around, making the moves, got a whole hit list before he get the Tank, was advising people not to make the Tank fight, said they reached out to him, but then didn't reach back out to him. But then when they reached out to him, they told him they was gonna spend about like he is the one that's switching and changing everything up. But yet y'all keep saying Tank don't want to fight him. Like I don't when
But
he
2
came
cents
out
is
his mouth and said he not ducking me, I'm not ducking him. Like I don't know what else y'all need to hear and see. I don't get it.
But
I'm just
has he
saying,
said that lately though?
Shakur
But you
was
just
out
made it seem
there
like
from
Shakur is the one ducking 2
the
cents.
time that Loma ducked, which was like I want to say July 23rd. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Until August the 20th, which was his deadline that was put on him by the WBC for free negotiations with Zepeda. He waited from the time that Loma ducked till he had to hit that deadline to sign with Matchroom, and Tank
How
didn't
you
say
know that?
nothing. Tank
How
was
you know that?
crickets.
Please
Was
tell me.
crickets the whole time, huh?
Please
bro,
tell me.
Tank was
How
he
you know
was
that?
at the Olympics. Tank was at
That's
the
Let him
Olympics.
finish,
common knowledge,
bro. Let
man.
him finish.
WBC ordered the fight between Shakur and Zepeda with an August the 20th deadline to end free negotiations before the purse bid kicked in. So he trying to
I'm
keep his
no. My
belt.
question is, are you still going? Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just saying he trying to keep his belt. So he got
No,
to
I'm asking you
participate
a
in the free
question. When did
negotiations
he
with
sign with
Zepeda.
Eddie?
But
I'm asking you a question. When did he sign with Eddie?
on August the 22nd, 2 days after his deadline. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like he sat out here and waited for this dude, and then he said, I was tired of waiting, so I had to make my move. That's what he said. But
He was tired. How long he was
translation
waiting?
is
How long he was waiting?
he
A
waited a
whole
month.
month.
A
A
week.
whole
He waited a
month.
week.
A
Oh,
month.
okay.
And
Yeah, a
it was
whole month.
crickets. What did Tank say for them 4 weeks?
Well,
Hey,
Tank
what
was
month?
out in
We
It
was
Paris.
sounds
giving him a
like.
Paris. We was giving him a Paris trip and giving
Hold
him
on,
an excuse.
what month did he wait for?
And how was he waiting when they reached
From
out to him?
July the 23rd to August the 22nd.
Huh. So
I
if
might
he
be
waited
wrong
for if
about July 23rd.
hold on, what's that called? What day was the Terrence Crawford fight? August what?
Shit,
Nah, that shit
you
was in
got me on
July,
that.
wasn't it?
I ain't got that on the top of my brain.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up
I
for you.
think it was.
Hold on.
I think it was August 1st.
The bottom line is Tank Davis needs
August
Tank
time.
was
3rd. August 3rd.
at
August
that
3rd.
time too.
It was August 3rd. So if he had Shakur Stevenson waiting that long, then how come Shakur Stevenson did the interviews the week of the Terrence Crawford fight saying that Tank Davis team already reached out to him?
All right, but you reached out to Lamont 2 years ago too. Y'all
They go to
calling, y'all
deflecting.
ask,
They go to
y'all
deflection.
calling,
I
y'all
got
ask if
you.
we want the
Yeah, I
fight.
got
The
you.
And
answer
that,
So he
is
did. So he called Shakur. So I just want to make sure I'm clear. So his team reached out to Shakur Stevenson,
yeah,
said, "Hey, y'all want to fight Tank Davis?" Shakur
yeah.
Stevenson team said, "Yeah," and then Tank Davis team hung up the phone.
They said they ain't heard
They
nothing
never
since.
got back. He
He
said they
ain't
never
never
got
heard. He
back to
ain't
him.
heard nothing
Y'all
since.
believe that shit?
Yep.
And Lamont didn't
We
hear
believe
nothing
it, buddy.
since. Didn't hear nothing either
Does that make
until
sense?
2
Does
years
that make
later.
sense to you? Does that make sense
Lamont
to you?
didn't hear nothing
I
either till
believe
2
him more
years
than
later.
Tank because Tank lies a lot.
Why do y'all come up here and try
All
to
right, bro.
defend Shakur
Okay,
Stevenson of all
I'm
fighters,
just saying,
man?
like,
All right, bro.
did Lamont or did Lamont
So Tank
receive a
Davis
call or not
lies a lot. So you
before he
believe
fought
Shakur?
Hector Garcia?
Tank Davis lies a lot. So you believe Shakur Stevenson? What color ink was the contract sent in that Shakur Stevenson told Devin Haney to sign in the club?
Okay,
but
Shakur
that's a
already came out and said
deflection.
that wasn't him.
That's a
He
flag.
That's
already
very,
admitted
that's very
that he was
deflection.
bullshitting.
Shakur
Nah,
He
Stevenson
already
nah.
admitted.
contradicts himself
Shakur
every
came out and
interview.
said that he wasn't the one
Hank
that sent the
Davis just
bottle.
canceled his own
So
fight magically.
that's not a
And he,
deflection. I heard somebody say that I believe Shakur because Tank Davis ass be lying. I'm just giving you an example of Shakur Stevenson lying. So I'm trying to figure out like what makes
But
his word credible.
Hey,
Tank
Shakur
lies
never
more
lied
though.
and
Does
said he
that
sent the
but
mean?
what was your
bottles.
question though, KO?
When he addressed it,
He
he
just
told y'all he didn't
Shakur
even
was
send the
kind of.
bottles.
Mhm.
What
All
repeat
I'm
your question
saying
again?
is
Shakur
we are
claims
to
he
Tank
was
believe.
Davis,
Why would
that.
Tank Davis When Tank Davis told y'all after I get done with Frank Martin, I'm going after Lomachenko next, and the whole world said he was lying, he would never fight Lomachenko and all that shit, didn't that shit turn out to be true?
And
Yes.
First of all, it wasn't me because I don't care if he
I
fight
didn't say you.
Lomo.
I didn't say you.
But why?
I said a lot.
I don't even think Lomo is that good anymore. So it wasn't me.
A lot of people didn't believe Tank Davis when he said that, right? Oh, he was tweeting in the lead.
I don't remember him saying
about to fight Loma. A lot of people didn't believe him, right?
I didn't.
Who didn't believe him for what? Like, who is Loma?
I didn't have a belief
So
in
now
Who is
y'all
I
Loma?
didn't care.
I don't even think he that good now.
Say that. I
Y'all
remember
go
Bob
ahead.
Arum
Sure.
was the one who
I didn't
said
have
that.
a belief either way.
Shakur is such a
We learned
liar.
that
He's
from
going
Bob
on an
Arum.
interview
Wasn't
saying
Tank
that he
saying
never
that?
got nothing.
But why
He
reach out to
didn't.
Loma and not Shakur?
Hold up, guys. When did Tank actually say that he was fighting Lomachenko next?
He tweeted it out it was a tweet that he tweeted out before the Frank Martin fight.
Yeah, he did. And then Loma came out and said, "Oh, I'm injured. He got a back injury, and he don't know if he's gonna come back."
But
Why didn't he have that same
But who cares?
This is only what I'm telling y'all is this is only the second time he said something about trying to fight somebody or sending somebody an offer, and he been proven to be one for one, 100% from the field because he was not lying about Loma. But Shakur been lied multiple times about offers and contracts and all kind of shit. So I'm trying to figure out. Why we believe.
Well, the reason knockout we don't.
Yeah, but so
There's a specific reason we don't believe Tank in this situation. There's a specific reason. Because in that interview, the guy said to him, he was talking about Shakur, he was getting upset, and he never mentioned that he sent the contract. Bro, if he had sent the contract, he would have said, "Yo, we sent him the contract already." He never said.
Why does he
never
say
said
stuff
that,
when?
bro.
Why does he gotta say
He
stuff
never
when y'all
said
want him to
that,
say
bro.
it?
That lets
now
you know
all of a
the
sudden
nigga.
he said
That
he
lets you
sent
know
the
it's
contract. Come on, bro. That don't make no sense, bro.
I can answer that question for you.
The reason for that is because historically he doesn't like giving away his platform for you to build up other fighters off his back. So he don't like answering questions about niggas, bro. And y'all know that.
He made himself look like a duck then.
So y'all always
But he did,
excuse
though.
Tank
How
don't
can
never
you
say
make
he don't
yourself?
never say nothing.
How do you make
He
yourself
made himself look like a real duck. If a man is asking you,
reach out to the other person for a fight, bro?
But he's talked about other fighters in his
I'm about to say he's talking. Y'all always talk about how
he would have said it. It just don't make
He
sense. No
did
one's
say
gonna
it,
believe that.
Terrence. He said it, Terrence. He just didn't say it when you wanted him to say it. And then when he
Exactly.
came out and said it, y'all said
Well,
he
he
was
looked-
lying. So what y'all
And my
want?
thing is this.
He's lying now. That's the
But
point.
Shakur is the one that came out and actually told motherfuckers that he even contacted. We wouldn't even know that if it weren't for Shakur. But he
Right.
only told half of the fucking story. And I always felt like something was
but he
missing.
capping all the time, and he always capping.
So he brought it up.
The rest of the story
He
was they
said
never
that
got
they
back to
called
him.
him and they never got him back. But
Yeah,
yet he brings it up and y'all gonna call him a liar.
So
Why he
the
had to bring it up at all?
Okay, so why did he start explaining the whole situation when Steven Espinoza came out and said something? Why he didn't say it before?
He brought it up because he was trying to make Tank go a certain way and it
He called
backfired.
Espinoza a liar. Espinoza did not
He
deny
is,
anything.
but Espinoza he's a known liar, man.
Espinoza
Espinoza
is
is
not
known,
lying, bro.
Now all of a sudden he a liar.
He
I
is.
want to hear the answer to this question, bro.
All right.
Why did Shakur Stevenson instruct Eddie Hearn not to try to make the Tank Davis fight?
Facts.
Because
he ain't gonna make it. Why would he want Eddie in that money?
Whenever
Why
I get my
would he want Eddie to get some of that money, knockout? Come on,
But
man.
let me tell y'all how ridiculous y'all sound. Let me tell y'all how ridiculous y'all
Why he
sound.
want Eddie in that money? He can get that fight himself.
See,
This is how ridiculous y'all sound. Y'all saying Shakur Stevenson went to Eddie Hearn for him to promote him and make fights, only for him not to be
two-fight
included
deal without
in the
Tank.
biggest fight that he's going to make in his
He's
career.
going to
Why
be
he
able to
with
make the
Eddie?
Tank fight without Eddie.
Y'all see,
Why is that so hard for y'all to believe?
Was that was Eddie Hearn's interview process.
Man, that shit don't make no sense.
That was
Why?
Eddie Hearn's
So y'all
interview
want
process.
Eddie involved? I'm asking y'all. Y'all want Eddie involved?
I want to get everybody
Eddie said,
on
I
record.
want to work with Jay Prince, Josh Dubin, and Shakur Stevenson.
Your answer is Terrence because he didn't want Eddie to fuck up the Tank.
Exactly. He didn't want him involved in that fight. He didn't need him.
And I had two or two.
My answer is that was Eddie Hearn's interview process.
What's that
mean?
mean?
No sense either.
He wanted to work with Jay Prince, Josh Dubin, and Shakur Stevenson.
So let's break down all y'all reasons. So Terrence says he didn't want Eddie to get involved in trying to make the Tank Davis fight, but then that means you're admitting that he was already trying to make the Tank Davis fight. Meaning Tank was already reaching out to him.
Yes, he was trying to make the fight.
That fight for years.
That's cap. If he wanted to make it, he would have.
I think if we go back to what
hold on. If you don't want Eddie to fuck something up, that means you're admitting that Tank was on the table for him.
Yeah, that was a direct.
At some point when they were going to get back to him, whatever that was.
Tank was on the table for him. Why did he go to Eddie and not take the fight?
I said, wait, he was about to fight Loma. I mean, this revisionist history. He was about to fight Loma, and Shakur was going to fight Cardona, and then Cepeda, and then get back to him. This has been, come on, y'all. I don't know why we trying to act like we don't know what the situation was back then.
What are you getting back to if Tank didn't send you an offer? If he ain't send you nothing, what are you getting back to, Terrence?
Just to fight him.
But
he never got back to him.
Y'all say Tank didn't send nothing.
He didn't. He never said nothing.
That one match deal with.
So we have Terrence.
If he didn't send nothing, then there should be nothing for Eddie to fuck up, right?
No,
I don't know what you mean.
In the event that Tank reaches out.
If he didn't want Eddie involved because he didn't want Eddie to fuck up the Tank fight, then there had to be something to fuck up.
He knew he wanted to fight Tank. I mean, like, why are you trying to act like you didn't know Shakur? Well, y'all remember in May when he had no shirt on talking that shit about Tank? Did we forget about that? Y'all know he wanted to fight Tank.
You talking about after that?
Y'all know he wanted to fight Tank.
He changed up everything and said Tank is not ducking me. I remember that vividly.
And the nigga said that
because he signed with, because he was signing with Eddie for the bag.
How would he know the fight
getting the Tank fight at that time anyway?
How did he know the fight was
getting the Tank fight between in May? Y'all saying he had a chance to get the fight in May? Y'all capping, bro, for real.
The nigga had a chance to get it in 2024.
There's no way he was getting that Tank fight when he was talking that shit.
He didn't. He said he went to Eddie to get the bag. Stop it.
I'm gonna tell you how you knew, because Tank told him he was on the hit list.
There's no shot for him to get the fight, and there's nothing on the table for him to get the fight in 2024. And Espinoza and Tank and Ella be a lion, then how is Eddie fucking up anything if Eddie try to reach out to Tank if Tank ain't already on the table?
So Tank and Eddie don't have.
Eddie never tried to reach out to Tank.
They have to keep that in mind.
Tank tried to do it with Conor Ben.
This is I don't see why. I just don't even get it.
It's not like they have.
I will say LB and Espinoza on the same page saying it ain't the right time for the fight.
And my thing is, when has Tank ever said that?
Who are on Tank's side said that it's not the right time for the fight. It's all about timing.
Because the nigga. Oh, he actually was trying to not paint Shakur as a fucking duck, if we being honest.
Finish what he said. Finish what he said. They wanted to fight one fight for 20. They wanted one fight for 2024, and Shakur wanted a multiple fight deal.
They didn't say that either.
And Shakur never confirmed that's the truth.
And my thing is this: when has Tank ever said that he sent somebody a contract on Twitter?
He confirmed it's the truth by signing with Eddie Hearn. What are you talking about?
Eddie Hearn was the white deal that Espinoza is talking about.
Wait, Chip says, how does that prove he a multi-fight? How does that prove he has?
Everybody, hold on. What I'm trying to get y'all to see. Shout out to 20 with the 5 piece in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. I'm gonna let y'all cook on this, but this is where my logic takes me, because this ain't me just trying to argue on behalf of Tank. Eddie Hearn, Shakur Stevenson's promoter, came out and said he was instructed not to try to make the Tank Davis fight.
This is an interview process.
That either means A, Shakur Stevenson is scared as fuck, and he don't want to fight Tank, or B, he didn't want Eddie trying to make the Tank fight because he was already working on it his fucking self.
Say what it was though, KO.
Okay, knockout. That could be correct, but the fight wasn't happening right then and there. So he was going to get the bag with Cardona.
So Terrence, he wasn't scared, right?
No, hell no.
So he was already. So he didn't want Eddie.
So in May he was scared.
He didn't want Eddie to fuck it up because he was already working on it his fucking self, right?
No, that's a false dichotomy, KO. There's no two options.
I'm not talking to you.
Somebody just said that.
What I'm saying is, he knew he wanted to fight with Tank.
Okay.
right? But Tank was busy with Loma, so he signed with Eddie for 2 fights, and then he was coming to try to get the fight with Gervonta.
Hey, can I
What's
help
wrong
Terrence
with
out?
that?
Yeah,
I don't see what's the problem with that.
Can I jump in, dog, please?
He said he was still free, Terrence. So was he lying?
Oh Lord.
What?
He was still free when knockout. What date was
When
this?
I'm not
all
sure
this
about
happened,
that.
when Eddie Hearn did the interview, he said he was still free. When he went on for non-boxing, he said he was still free. Was
What
he
date
lying?
was that? Because I've been looking for that interview and I've yet to find it. What date was that? Because I can't find that interview. Does anybody know the date of
It was
this
in July
interview?
sometime, but everybody up here know what he's
Eddie,
saying. But was he
Hey,
was
I
he
got
lying
Hearn.
about
No, the
being
date is
free?
important.
But
The
you
date
got
is
Was he lying
important.
about being free?
Yeah, because the
Eddie
date I want
Hearns
to know
came out
when
and said,
that was, because I know at some point he signed with Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Y'all go
but
ahead.
y'all keep
but check it.
misconstruing what
It's
Eddie
just
Hearn
like
said. Eddie Hearn
talking.
said Eddie Hearn said in the event that a Tank fight is proposed, he was instructed not to interfere. He doesn't mind that, you know what I'm saying, that he's like
Not
the
true.
old boy mentioned,
I hate to cut you off, but that's
there's a team process. There's a team
I
process.
hate to cut you
Jay
off, but that's
Press,
not true, bro. I don't want to, like, that's just not true, bro. His exact words were verbatim were, we have been Shakur is not instructed to try to make fights on Shakur Stevenson's behalf, none of which are Gervonta Tank Davis. That's what he said, bro.
Right.
there's another interview.
You saying some extra
There's
shit.
another
Right.
there's another interview what he said, what I'm saying. He said he said
It's
they're a
all the
team.
same interview. It's just earlier in the interview. But what I'm saying
Okay,
is
so it's a different clip. My fault.
this is Eddie Hearn trying to work with Josh Dubin, Jay Prince, and Shakur Stevenson. They tasked him to prove himself by trying to make certain fights. That would be Raymond Muratalla or William Zepeda, because those were the two names that Raymond Muratalla was calling them out at the time, and William Zepeda was the fight he had been trying to get. If he could make those fights happen, then he would be in a better position to work with Jay Prince, Josh Dubin, and Shakur Stevenson.
But if that's true, then he shouldn't have signed the Matchroom, and he should have went back to talking to Tank, because Eddie didn't make any of those fights, sir.
He made the Zepeda fight.
He didn't make the
Zepeda fight happen. Well, I mean, for the most part,
sir?
I mean, he ended up ducking out. But
I have never heard
so Eddie didn't. So Shakur signed over there with no fights on paper.
No, with
He was supposed to fight Cardona. He got hurt.
He blindly signed over there for a multiple fight deal without having fights completed.
Joe Cordina don't sound like Raymond Muratalla, brother. Sorry,
no,
bro.
Joe Cordina was the replacement for William Zepeda.
Didn't he move up, Cardona? He moved up, right? He fighting. He moved up, right?
That's the replacement fighter, dog. After
he's not a replacement fighter. In order to replace someone, they had to have signed the contract. Zepeda never signed a contract to fight Shakur Stevenson. He signed to Eddie Hearn for multiple fights, and all Eddie Hearn brought to the table was Joe Cordina, and then he barely got Schofield because Schofield went against Oscar De La Hoya. He signed. So the stuff that you're saying, he just told them that shit about not making a Tank fight so they could prove themselves to get Raymond Muratalla and get motherfucking Zepeda for him. Well, he still signed Eddie, and Eddie didn't get him neither one of those fights.
Nah, but De La Hoya was in the mirror talking about this is about to happen and this is about to happen. So he signed with Matchroom based off of what De La Hoya was saying in the mirror.
Why would you sign the Matchroom based off of the words of Oscar De La Hoya?
Because he's telling you the fight about to happen.
But you would do that with no paperwork? That's stupid, right?
I mean, maybe so, but Eddie Hearn telling you the fight gonna happen. De La Hoya telling you the fight gonna happen. The only person that said the fight wasn't gonna happen was
Zepeda. Ducked out.
Doesn't William
what paperwork did he receive? What paperwork did he receive?
WBC had already
out of all them names. Out of all them names you mentioned, ain't he the most important name as the fighter?
Yeah, because he's the order. That was the fight that was ordered. Yes, that's the fight that was ordered by the WBC. The mandatory defense that you got, that you owe the WBC.
Do we see mandatory fights not happen though? A lot.
Of course, but I mean that wasn't the impression that I was getting, or
bro,
that
he signed over the Matchroom for an easy bag, bro.
No, dog.
Yes, he did, and I'm not defending that.
Over the Matchroom because Clapback Thursday in the mirror was talking about Zepeda was gonna fight him.
He wanted to try to make the Tank fight bigger because he didn't like. He know Tank will give him the most money right now, but he know his stock is low.
So he signed a 2-fight deal.
So when did they send a term sheet?
So he signed a 2-fight deal to do what you talking about.
He signed a 2-fight deal to get easy bags, to try to look good against lesser opposition like a Schofield, to try to see if he can get more money from Tank. Because the 1-fight offer where Tank is treating him like everybody else, 1 fight with a 1-way rematch clause, he wasn't feeling that shit because he feel like I'm Shakur Stevenson.
I would love to know the details of this one fight. What was the details of it? I mean, this don't even make sense. Like,
there ain't no details. There's no paperwork was ever sent.
What was the details of the 1-fight deal?
Because Eddie Hearn was able to get the Zepeda fight, and then Eddie Hearn was gonna get his return on his investment with the Cordina fight.
Eddie Hearn did not get the Zepeda fight though.
But
he did not get the Zepeda fight. That's why Shakur was fighting Joe Cordina, bro. He didn't get the fight.
Not real. That fight was not real.
Shakur, so what you're saying? He
was gonna fight Cordina anyway. Cordina was the replacement.
No,
fighter.
the fight
Cordina was the
supposed to be
second fight.
Zepeda, but Zepeda pulled out because he said he had a baby. Like he ain't know his wife had been pregnant for 9 months. I got 3 kids. I know how long it takes to make a baby.
Right. I agree with you.
So Zepeda was never on the table for real,
and then he fights
bro.
Tevin Farmer. And then he goes and fights Tevin Farmer.
He ducked. So you signed the Eddie with no Zepeda on the contract, bro. You signed to him just for the bag, for the turkey money, because Big Brother Bud is over there.
I mean, you didn't feel like you needed a contract when the promoter
that doesn't mean that he was sent the contract.
Y'all think Big Brother Bud didn't tell him to come on over? Come on, man.
I feel you.
None of that. We're not disputing any of that.
Even saying he went over there, even saying he went over there to raise his stock, it really don't seem like he did because you really not raising your stock on the Coco main event on a Saturday turkey card.
But he raised the bag. But
he was just getting money.
He was raising the bag.
Because right now he still wouldn't have no fight with Tank. You'd still be waiting around. Waiting for a phone call.
Tank is not the only person that he can fight, y'all. Just because he doesn't fight Tank doesn't mean he can't find another.
Okay, so who do you want to see him fight?
It is not about who I want to see him fight, but y'all can like it's Tank or it's just anybody else he can find. If it ain't Tank, any other opponent is okay.
The thing is, Shakur fights some tough.
I want to see him fight Keyshawn Davis.
How about that? How about Shakur?
They ain't gonna fight no Keyshawn. You know they said they ain't fighting. What?
It don't matter. It don't matter. He want to fight.
They already told y'all that.
Shakur and Keyshawn.
Before Keyshawn got big, they said they weren't fighting. So y'all need to stop.
No, you need to stop. Shakur versus Keyshawn. Whoever win get Tank.
No, they said they weren't fighting before they got big. When Keyshawn was nothing, they said they weren't fighting.
Y'all know
to fight. I think Keyshawn and Shakur should fight to see who get Tank.
I think Loma and Baranchik should
y'all
fight.
know Shakur be quick to fight a sparring partner. Keyshawn must be whooping his ass and sparring.
What you think about that?
Okay, maybe they're not fighting.
Keyshawn will break up Shakur. I don't know if you've seen the video. He only picked him up to size him up. Stop it. If they give him a
why so? I want to know why he's so scared.
When is Loma gonna fight Baranchik? That's what I want to know for unification. When is Loma gonna fight Baranchik for unification?
When is who?
But nah, y'all ain't that shit.
Since y'all love Turkey, this is what should happen, bro. Since y'all love Turkey, this is what should happen. Turkey Al-Rashid should do a lightweight tournament, Tank versus Loma, Keyshawn versus Shakur, and then the 2 winners fight for undisputed. What's up?
That sound good, but
they're not fighting. By the way, watch Loma getting brought into this. Loma's washed the fuck up, bro. Y'all need to stop with this Loma stuff. He is washed, bro.
You want us to start with Loma, but Shakur Stevenson said he want to fight Loma before Tank.
And Shakur shouldn't be saying it either. I'm agreeing. I don't know why Shakur is saying that. Shakur shouldn't be saying that either.
Hold on.
Neither one of them need to be talking about no Loma.
This another thing. Need to stop this another thing y'all not taking into consideration while y'all saying Shakur going to go get that bag.
Stop it.
Y'all don't know
trash right now.
Shakur style. Y'all don't know if Shakur fighting. Y'all don't know if Shakur fighting in Saudi with his style is a risk in itself because they haven't been getting. I said, y'all don't know if Shakur fighting over in Saudi with his style is a risk in itself because they are judging fights more towards the aggressor versus the quote unquote slick boxer running around pop shotting. So even if Shakur, Shakur just fighting over there alone with his style is a risk.
Okay, 2 Cents. Let me tell you this. So
Okay.
you're telling me they're gonna give a fight
No,
to
I'm not telling you they're gonna
Schofield?
do anything. I'm
They're
not
gonna
telling
give
you that.
Schofield a fight that
I'm not
Shakur
telling you
wins?
they're
Come
gonna do
on.
anything.
You
I'm
just
just
said
I'm just
But
making a
Shakur
point.
gonna beat him up.
Every time you
about the
get in them
person
ropes,
that's
it's
Man,
for
can
lost.
real.
y'all stop saying that, bro? Like, stop saying Shakur gonna beat somebody up and he gonna whoop.
You
Like, stop,
gonna beat him up.
He is, dog.
Watch.
bro. Stop,
Yeah,
bro.
I
Watch.
don't know about
Yeah,
y'all,
then
but
Make him,
y'all
if
make him
Lola
show
come
you,
watch.
back, I still
like,
want to
make
see
him
the
like
Tank
show,
versus
show
Lola
some
fight.
integrity as a boxing fan and make him show you that he can do some shit like that.
Well, he watch. You
He
gonna
ain't
see.
showed you,
He
he ain't
do it
showed you
all the
that shit in
time. He
years, bro.
dominate every fight he in. He
You
don't
gonna
lose them
see.
rounds.
He
He got the
dominated
best
He
George
wrestling
That
Foreman.
in,
word
What
in,
was
too,
in
it?
bro.
boxing.
Good arm to me.
That word too. Stop using the word dominate. He didn't dominate Edwin. Stop using that word, bro. Like
Okay,
He
you
dominated
okay?
dominate.
Yeah,
Arnold.
that's your go-to. Edwin gonna always be the
It's
go-to.
disrespectful
Yeah,
to it's
man. Get that
It
shit out
don't
disrespectful
of
to
here,
matter.
man.
really
It
Get out
don't
of
dominant
here.
matter.
fighters, bro.
Edwin is
Saying
always
that
And the
Shakur
okay.
thing
No,
Stevenson,
he
is,
didn't dominate Edwin.
saying that
Edwin was
Shakur
just
his
like
first
Stevenson
fight.
he
is
fought Artem,
hold on, bro,
I
because
bet
this
you
shit need
Artem
to
could
stop.
beat most of
Stop,
that
That's
stop,
like
bro.
division.
saying
Stop. Stop,
that's
bro.
like
Stop.
saying
That's
Stop,
fair.
I
LeBron.
bet you
Behave.
Artem
Hold up.
could beat
LeBron
Behave.
most of
did
that
because
division. Watch.
Everybody
in
hold
the
on a
Dallas
second, bro.
finals,
Everybody hold on a
he
second,
performed
man.
like he did in the
Hold
Dallas
on, hold
finals.
on, fam. Hold on. Y'all gotta stop saying this man is dominating people. That's disrespectful to the Terrence
He is.
Crawford performances that he put on against guys like Earl Spence. That's disrespectful to what we see David Benavidez do to Demetrius Andrade and Caleb Plant. That's
That's
disrespectful to what
dominating.
Tank did to Frank Martin, what Monster anyway been doing to dudes for the last 2-3 years, bro. Stop throwing the word dominant around, bro.
So
Like
what do you
I
call
mean,
10? What do you
hitting
different.
call
Like
and not
10-2,
getting hit
11-1,
can be
12-0?
dominant.
No,
What
it's
Just
do you
because you're
not.
call
knocking
what
somebody
would you
out,
call
don't mean
10-2,
that you can't be
11-1,
dominant.
12-0?
Shakur is so boring. I put him on to go to sleep. Stop it.
I want to
Oh,
know.
shut
No,
up.
I want to know for real. What do y'all call 10-2,
it depends on
11-1,
listen,
12-0?
I'm gonna tell you, it depends on how the 10-2, 11-1 look. There's a 10-2, 11-1 in the fashion that Devin Haney did George Kambosos in the second fight. Fucking dominant, fucking fire, fucking off the chain. There's a clear decision that Shakur Stevenson did to motherfucking Oscar Valdez. That shit didn't look super dominant. That shit was full of feints, check right hooks, and some counters here and there. He didn't step to Oscar Valdez and put a whooping on him, bro. It's levels to that shit, fam. That's all
Nah,
I'm
that was a
telling
thing of
y'all. Like,
beauty.
like
Right.
dominant is what we seen Tank Davis do to Frank Martin, bro. Just step up, turn on, and step on the motherfucker. That's dominant, bro. Like y'all considering dominant just because a motherfucker win a bunch of rounds. How did he win them hoes? Was it entertaining? Did he put on a show? Like, what did he do? Like, just because you like
Well,
basically,
to
bro.
us it is. That's the thing.
Basically, bro, it's like this, fam. Like, if you average 20 a game in basketball, bro, you can hoop. You can hoop like you good. Like you 20 a game, nigga, you's a baller. That's Shakur. But that nigga averaging 30, 35, that's different. He dominant, bro. Still good. You still get the job done, but it's levels to this shit. Tank, Inouye, Bud Crawford for the most part, Berterbier for the most part. Them the niggas that's averaging 30. Them the niggas that's giving you a triple-double. Shakur Stevenson is the nigga that's like good, second on the team. He might get you 22 a game, 23 a game, but
I
he
don't know
ain't
about that.
Okay, he
He
don't
dominating.
got
have
hey,
I don't
he
know
got
power.
to
about that,
be leading the
KO.
Just
I
league
like
don't
in
know about
it's
something
that.
like
because
he's
he's leading
getting
boxing in
30
criticized
plus
wins
minus.
because he
are
doesn't
all
have
around the
power.
fight.
That's
That's a
the that
dominant
just
performance.
because he don't have power.
But
So
Beyond
everybody
that,
that don't have power
He
getting
got enough
criticized.
power to
that
keep
was
you
all 12
honest.
rounds or
yo,
10
Terry,
to
Okay,
lose.
Tank
Hey,
be
cool.
he got to
overdoing
be
Very
leading the
it.
dominant.
league in
don't
Shakur
matter.
something
been
because
unified.
he leading boxing in plus minus.
It doesn't
And
Shakur
matter.
Exactly. He
been
winning
unified.
he
Tank
fights
doing that
never been
against
and not
unified. So
getting
he
hit.
averaged 30.
and
He
including
But he
getting
never
Schofield and
he
including
never
winning
did
fights and
Schofield,
anything.
he
not getting
doing that
hit.
against opponents that's 380 and 33.
Well, then
380
tell
wins
some
and
of these other
33
fighters
losses.
to fight him.
And he leading the league in plus minus in boxing.
That shit don't
So
make no
so
sense.
you
When he
so
fought
you so
Arthur,
you
couldn't
you
even beat him.
bring up plus minus. And I got no problem with that. You bring up the opponent's records, and I got no problem with that. But I actually am a diehard boxer fan, so I know that Joel Gonzalez was so trash and that Shakur Stevenson was dating his sister, and she made Shakur promise that he wouldn't beat him up too bad because she knew her brother couldn't fuck with him. See, I know that Oscar Valdez got his motherfucking jaw broke by Quigg already, and that he robbed Robson Casasio, and Robson Casasio really outboxed his ass. And I also know that Shakur Stevenson already beat Robson Casasio up when he was an amateur and they was getting ready for the 2016 Olympics. So I knew Oscar Valdez with no problems for Shakur Stevenson. So I hear you talking about the records, my nigga. I know that Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson sparred 10, 15, 20 times before they ever fought because they both really cool with Bud Crawford. So by the time Shakur fought him in a real fight, he already knew that Jamel Herring couldn't fuck with him because he already beat his ass up in sparring.
So what does that mean for Tank?
So
Okay,
I
that's
hear what
cool,
you're
but
saying.
he was
Hold
a
on a
So
champion,
second.
so he had to
what
make
Hold
it
on.
makes
official.
Tank's
Hold
win
on.
Do
so
you
Hold
impressive?
know
on.
that Joet Gonzalez beat up Tank in the amateurs more than once?
Hold on. So I hear what you're saying about the record, but I also understand that those fighters, everybody in Shakur's camp and them fighters themselves already knew that they couldn't fuck with him. He ain't really fought nobody. Y'all talk about Tank all the time. That nigga ain't fought nobody that's been a real threat to him except for that one time. The fight that you hate that I go to, B. Hayes, and you saw how the nigga looked in it. The
But
only
they
fight that
sparred,
he
don't
had
you,
was that
KO?
was a threat to him. Let's
Yeah,
keep
but
it
before
one.
Him and
that
Tank
knockout,
sparred
y'all
though.
wasn't even saying that.
And you the dude he sent the
And
proof
then we
to.
said he should have fought Tank, and then y'all said, "Oh, nah, he
And
don't
you the
need to
dude
fight
he
him."
sent the medical
Y'all
proof
be
to.
tripping, bro.
You the dude he
Crazy
sent the
thing is, you
medical
brought
proof
up
to.
all those
Won't
other
Tank
fighters,
fight
and Lamont
somebody?
Roach lost to Jamel Herring.
I'm, I'm,
And
I'm,
Yeah,
Tank
I'm
got
beat
I'm
beat.
trying to
Roach
figure out
Well, he didn't
twice.
get beat. That
And
was
what's
a
he's
good
so
fought
fight.
impressive
in
about
and
Tank's
and
opponents
Roach has sparred
in
multiple
his
times in
wins.
the amateurs
Lamar
too.
Roach
So you
twice in
have
the
to apply
amateur.
that
What does that mean
same
for them?
criticism to
Say it
Tank.
again in AJ2. What you say?
I'm just trying to figure out. You sat there and criticized some of Shakur's dominant wins of what you want to call it. You downplayed it, but if you could tell me what was been so impressive about Tank's level of opponents. I mean, he knocks them out, but what's been impressive about them?
Jose Pedraza was an undefeated champion in his prime, and Tank was the underdog in that fight. He knocked him the fuck out. Leo Santa Cruz was a 4-division champion going to the Hall of Fame who had beat everybody he had ever been in the ring with. The one loss that he had, he did already avenge it. So he beat everybody that he had ever been in the ring with. And Tank Davis went down in weight and beat him up in the weight class that he was champion in and got knockout of the year to do it. Ryan Garcia is one of the most dangerous punchers in boxing with that left hook,
Come
very
on,
fast with it.
KO.
He made that motherfucker quit.
Never been a
Mario
champion.
Barrios is the welterweight
Never been a
champion right
champion.
now at 147 pounds,
He
and
was
Tank
not the
Davis
welterweight champion when
knocked
he
him the
fought
fuck
him.
out. So
Ryan
I hear
Garcia
what
never
y'all
been a
saying, bro.
champion.
Isak Pitbull Cruz, former champion at 140, beat him
Was
as well
not a
with
They
130.
champion
weren't
when he
champion when
fought
they
him.
fought
What we
though. You
talking
can't
about,
use
bro?
the after
What we talking about?
thing.
There isn't a fighter. There isn't a fighter. What the fuck y'all
Pitbull
think
Cruz
happened
was
to
an
me?
Uber driver when Tank fought him.
I'm curious. Oscar Valdez and Ryan Garcia fight tomorrow. Who winning?
That has nothing to do with
Oscar
anything.
Valdez
Yeah,
is way smaller than
exactly.
Ryan
We playing
Garcia.
That has
Ryan
triangulatory now.
Garcia,
no.
because he
Oscar
going in
Who's
at
Valdez is
winning?
at
That has
lightweight.
nothing to
130,
do with
bro. Of course,
KO. That don't
Who's
fly.
winning? Why does that have nothing to do with
Out of
anything? Let's
who?
see let's
Oscar
see
is
who got.
old
Let's
and
go
he's
from
Out,
been
resume
out
to
of
knocked
who?
resume.
multiple
Hey, if
Let's
times
see
in
who
Ryan
got
his
more
Ryan,
Garcia
prime
resume.
fight
Ryan
and
Shakur
when
Garcia
he
gonna
tomorrow,
What are
be
fought
y'all
in
him.
picking in the
Oscar in
fight?
the 60.
if Ryan Garcia fights
Who
Shakur
No, what
tomorrow,
fight?
who
I
wins?
didn't hear you. What
who
fight?
on who
Ryan
have
and
you
who?
seen before?
Oscar
Ryan
Valdez.
Ryan Garcia.
Valdez,
Ryan Garcia.
2021 Valdez versus 2020 Ryan. That's a 50-50
what
fight.
weight class? What weight
Yeah.
class you talking about?
It
Yeah,
don't
Because
what
this is
matter
at
the
weight
weight
130,
class?
class
then
because
Ryan's gonna be
Ryan's going to
dead
come in heavy.
Just a
at
just,
weight.
just
Depends
a
what
It
version
has
of
to be
Valdez we talking
143.
about.
winning.
You
If
know
they
that's
were the
Ryan
same
weight
weight
class.
class, I got Oscar.
Who winning?
Same weight class, I got Oscar.
What weight class
Okay.
you talking about?
What's Oscar Valdez's best weapon?
His right hook,
No, cap. It's the other hand. Say it out loud.
Left
Come
hand.
on.
left hook. My fault.
Left hook. Who got a better left hook?
Yeah, but who leaves
Has
that?
done
Who
Ryan
has
more
the better
his
Ryan
defense? Who has
Garcia.
better
consistently,
defense?
Ryan
KO.
Who has
Garcia.
the better
Ryan Garcia
defense?
and Oscar
Who has
Valdez.
done
Who
more
got better
Ryan
damage
Garcia
in
and
Ryan
defense?
Oscar
boxing?
Valdez.
No, no,
Hold
no.
on.
Who got
Hold
better
on.
defense,
Who
Neither
has
knockout?
one of
done
them got
more
no
in
jab.
boxing?
Neither one of
Who
them got
got
no jab. Hold on.
who got a
Neither one of
best
them got no
defense?
jab. Neither one of
Who
them
got
got
Ryan
better
no
defense?
Garcia
defense.
defense better. He got the
Hold on, bro.
silly shell.
Hold on, bro. Neither one of them got
Man, the
no
question.
jab. Neither one of them got no defense. They get in the
Nah,
ring and they exchange.
I'm
They get in the
disagreeing.
ring. They get in the ring and they exchange left hooks. Who shit gonna get there first?
Ryan.
In this
Oscar got a better
hypothetical
defense.
situation,
Okay.
Ryan
but
got the
Oscar get
the
under
real
that
Armageddon.
The
left
question
hook
real
is
and
who
knock
has
him,
question.
more in
probably
the
knock
The
sport of
Ryan out.
boxing,
the
KO?
the
Who
real
has done
question,
more
man.
in boxing?
The real question, KO, is
Who has done more?
who on Tank resume is beating Shakur, and who on Shakur resume is beating Tank?
That's not a real
Nobody.
question. We all know. We
That's
all
not a
believe
real
that answer.
question.
Nobody.
That's not a
So
real
That's
let's
question.
not a
get it
real
We
on,
all,
question.
dog.
Frank
we all
Martin.
believe. No. See, this is what people do with me. When you can't answer something, you try to move to something else. We all admit that they're the best that either have fought. So we don't believe anyone on Shakur's resume will beat Tank Davis or vice versa. But what I'm going at is this idea that y'all have that because Shakur has somehow fought anywhere close to the level of competition that Tank Davis had. that Shakur somehow
because
existed
Shakur has
as
unified.
Gervonta Tank Davis is, and it's just not
Tank
true.
has never
I bet you.
unified.
I bet you Tank. I
Tank's
bet you
level
Tank
opponents ain't
opponent
that
scored more than
impressive
30
either,
straight
man.
losses.
Let's be honest.
bro. So again, truth. Unifying is cool. It's a great thing to do. Who did you unify against? Who did you unify against? So you got your belt. You got your belt against Jamel Herring, right? And then you unified against Oscar Valdez. Now, let's talk about it.
Quality names at the division at the time.
What was Pitbull ranked when Tank fought him? What was Rolly ranked when Tank fought him?
Lamont
What was
Roach
Barrios
lost
ranked
to Herring.
at a
Whatever
135 division when
happens
Tank
after
fought
Tank,
him?
you have to
I'll
contextualize.
answer everything. I'll answer everything. So for Rolly was Tank Davis's mandatory, so he was at the top of the WBA rankings. For Pitbull Cruz, I don't remember, but he was a replacement opponent. And then for Mario Barrios, he was the WBA regular champion when Tank fought him in that weight class.
At 140. At 140. At 140.
Yeah, and that's where Tank fought him at 140.
I get, but
so those are the answers. Those are the answers to those questions. Now, with that being said, I think we all have a good enough box in mind to be able to separate accomplishments and belts from the actual fighter in the ring. What y'all think going on with Jamel Herring and Mario Barrios? How that fight looking?
This is a conjecture. You're
I'm
arguing
not big on Barrios
we
either,
have
man.
no way of
how that
knowing.
fight looking to you?
We have no way of knowing how that fight would land.
Jamel Herring was 35. Hold on. Jamel Herring was 35 years old when Shakur fought him. Already quit. Y'all remember that dude that made Jamel Herring look for a way out? Already showed bitch in his heart. No disrespect to the Marine, but remember when he looked for a way out? Already showed a little hope. So what?
Lamont Roach ain't do that.
Nah, Lamont Roach is a backup. Lamont Roach is a backup opponent, though. I hear you.
No,
but y'all got
a backup opponent that he tried to fight in 2020.
So we get Lamont Roach.
For sure.
I hear you, but y'all got duck. Y'all got duck.
He did not duck. You got to show me
100%
anywhere.
duck.
Show me everything or anywhere where you got Tank Davis' team saying that he ducked.
All right, let's say something. NHA did Loma duck Tank?
Did Loma duck Tank? I mean, shit. He turned out. He said he wasn't ready for the fight, so I guess you could term it as a duck.
He Hayes did Loma duck Tank?
Yes.
2 cents did Loma duck Tank?
Quack quack.
Isaiah did Loma duck Tank?
Yeah, he did.
Terrence did Loma duck Tank?
Yeah, I have to say he did.
Frequent did Loma duck Tank?
Yeah, he wasn't in the mood.
Wayne did Loma duck Tank?
Nope.
All right, so you got one person on your side, True. There you go.
Who? Did Tank Davis' team
He's a duck
call
pending.
him a duck? Like,
hold on. I didn't ask my boy Hacker. Hacker, did Loma duck Tank?
No, he's a duck pending. It depends what he does.
Duck pending. Okay.
Thank you, Hacker. Thank you, Hacker.
No, he said he wasn't in the mood.
That's the first one.
That was great. Now
Somebody need
let's
to
go
put
to
on
Tank
some Marvin Gaye.
Davis's
Let's get it
team.
on. Maybe he'll fight.
Hey, now
Let's go
ask
to Tank
Shakur.
Davis's team then. Let's see
Now
what.
ask everybody that Loma duck
said.
Shakur.
Let's pull up that. Let's pull up what they said.
Oh.
Did Loma duck
Shout
Shakur?
out to World of Animals with the 5 piece in super chat. He says, KO, can you ask them what made them start watching boxing? Damn, that's a good question. That's a good question. Somebody can answer it if y'all want to. If not, we can keep it moving. It's fine.
What was the question?
What made y'all start watching boxing?
I used to watch kickboxing first. While I was watching
Mike Tyson. I ain't gonna.
I was watching Yoel Judah.
Mike Tyson. Yeah,
You
Mike
start
Tyson.
watching boxing with what Mike Tyson then become a Shakur fan. That's crazy.
Ray Leonard. Hey, Mike Tyson versus Larry Holmes.
I was watching Zab Judah's dad fight, and then one day I saw a match with Zab. I was like, oh.
Floyd got me started, and then I went back and found.
How you go from Mike to Shakur, bro?
No,
hey,
I don't know that.
Hey,
That's
after Mike, it was Floyd, and then after Floyd, it was Shakur.
Nah, with me it was Roy. Roy and Floyd.
Roy Jones. Shakur shit, I can understand that one, but Mike,
Roy Jones.
I don't even understand the Mike to
It's
Floyd.
Roy.
Hey, I mean,
Roy, Floyd,
my
and
old dude,
Bud.
my old dude, and my uncles was big Muhammad Ali fans. They ain't like that.
I see, my shit is good. Like I fuck with Mike Tyson, but then I was fucking with Floyd a little bit. But then after that, it's motherfucking Earl Spence, Tank Davis, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Abdullah Mason, David Benavidez, Archie Paterbier. Like y'all like these fighters that don't be putting no damage on the motherfucker, man. I'm trying to see somebody get
surgical.
You like these nuts? Yeah, like, bro. If Shakur Stevenson knocks out Floyd Scott, Schofield, people will legitimately be surprised, bro.
I think he gonna stop him, but he gonna go out on his feet.
Nah, he
He's
not
still
gonna
he gonna go
Nobody
out on his
finna
feet.
stop.
But
Like
see,
if he
Why do y'all
actually,
think he gonna
if he
stop him?
steps
BA,
full,
stop
he's
that,
gonna be
bro.
surprised.
the problem with the way the
You're gonna
Shakur
run out
fights
of
go
gas
is,
too,
I
Sam.
wouldn't be surprised.
can I tell y'all how the way the
What
Shakur
have y'all
fights go
seen from
is,
Shakur to make you
You're
think
gonna
he's
run out of
even
gas.
hitting Floyd Schofield with something that's going to make him pause?
Stop
I
it.
mean, it may not be a
What
one
have
You're
punch
gonna
y'all
knockout,
run out of
seen from
but
gas.
Shakur
if
that
you're
is going
taking
to
shots
stop Floyd
over and
from
over
coming
to a
forward?
period of
Shakur
time,
is
that's what
not
I'm saying.
knocking out
stop
Like
shit.
the way
Stop.
Shakur's gonna
Shakur,
walk to the corner and he's gonna yell out, "I'm gonna knock him out," and he's not gonna knock him out, and it's gonna be the 12th round.
Damn.
Stop it.
What?
I hope he doesn't
I
get
don't
hurt.
know.
You're gonna
B-Hayes,
run out of
The way
gas. Watch.
B-Hayes, what have
I
you
tell y'all this.
seen?
I seen more doctors go to the opponent's corners in Shakur fights than I seen in anybody else fight.
When?
Because the doctor go to
It
the
couldn't have
corner to
been the
check on the
Edwin fight,
opponent,
and they
Stop
and
it,
definitely
bro.
they
wasn't
got to
over there.
check on them because they got
Which
to make sure
fights?
they ain't finna
Which
It couldn't have
fights?
splash a
been
brain
Edwin.
Which
bleed.
So
fights?
I
it's
agree.
between
Yeah, we need
Edwin
to
and
know which
Artem.
fights you seen, bro. Which
Edwin and
ones, bro?
Artem.
The Edwin De
Hey,
Los Santos
he
fight
went
because
to
he
the
was
corner
What
running
in the
that
doctor
Artem
long.
went
fight.
to Edwin?
They
Because he
went to
was
the
running that
corner in
long.
the Edwin
For
fight.
what?
Probably
That's
They
the
just to
went
see
least
to
if he was
they
punches
still
went to the
awake.
landed.
I mean in the they went to the corner in the Robinson Case style fight. They went over there to the
The
corner in
fight
the
that Shakur missed
Oscar
the weight
Valdez
in,
fight. They went to the corner in the
the
Heron
fight that
fight.
Shakur came heavy.
Huh?
Yeah, okay.
By a
I mean,
pound?
he should beat
He
up the
came in.
little man.
No,
Yeah, he
what
came in
happens
heavy by a
is
pound.
he don't knock you out, but he popping your ass all night
Yeah,
with these shots.
Okay.
especially you're
And
not
then
returning fire.
once the
They're always
referee
gonna come to the corner and see if
sitting in
you're
there
okay.
judging the fight at the same time. Once he knows Shakur got 7 rounds in the bag, he gonna stop the fight because he just gonna stay. He gonna
That's not
prevent the damage
happening in
because the
Saudi,
fight
first of
already
all.
over,
So
dog.
Saudi
where
And
did you
fight.
see
The
that
And
in
fight
the
Recorded
way
Edwin
fight,
over.
fight?
he
y'all
already
Where
just
did you
making
see
up
that in
stuff.
the Edwin fight?
I am
My
not, dog.
God.
So
You know what a
why was
My
the
brain
daddy
doctor
gonna
in the
is?
stop the
corner at
fight.
the Edwin De Los Santos fight when there was a fight with the least punches landed? Like, what are you talking about?
Nah, I said Robson. Robson can say. Nah, he didn't go to
Yeah,
the.
when Shakur came in
They
heavy.
didn't go to. They didn't go in the Artem fight. They didn't go in the Edwin fight.
Yeah, they did. They pulled up in the Edwin to see if he pulled a hamstring. Shit me.
I was gonna say, see if he was still
Ah,
awake.
I missed that. But
He was running all around. How you miss it?
nah, dog. You making jokes and shit. I'm talking about for real shit. Like the damn doctor has to go check on the opponent, and the referees usually call the fight to prevent brain bleeds.
Yeah.
Because he's
And
not knocking
Shakur
you
has
out, but
never
You gotta
he
Shakur
pop
stop.
shotting
ain't
your
giving
ass all
You
night.
nobody
gotta
Shakur
You
has
stop.
guys are
brain
dumping
bleeds.
never.
Shakur a little bit too much.
Shakur
Like,
ain't
If
giving
Shakur
nobody
Shakur's
brain
didn't hit a
active. He
bleeds.
already
Stop
pillow,
misses
it.
his
that would
shot.
be an improvement on his power.
Shakur ain't giving nobody brain bleeds. He
It's a lot of pickle hugging up here, bro.
Okay,
You tripping.
Shakur
I'll
Hey,
said
just
shout
say,
out
boxing.
to
okay,
shout out to Fight Game, man. Fight Game came through with the 5-piece. Say NHA Tube is not a fan. He's a pure hater. And the
watch this
sports
shit.
suffers with fans like him and Terrence, who lied and said he a grown man that can't afford fights. Damn, Fight Game. That was mean.
Okay. Who's this guy? This rich guy.
But I let him know. I refer to him as fight lame, but you know we go back and forth every now and then.
Damn, Terrence, you gonna buy this Riyadh season card, bro?
I
This shit
can't
only
believe this man
We
act
don't
like
not buying
everybody
it
Stop
can.
this
because
one,
we have a
bro.
principle.
Terrence
This
be
However,
the
man
main
don't
one
know my
advocating for the
finances and
prices,
gonna
but the
say I
main
can't
one ain't
afford a
buying
fight.
it.
Terrence,
Tell
will
him
you
if
be
he cares
buying?
so much,
Stop.
won't he buy it for me?
Can we count on
Tell
your
that
pay per
guy
view
he
for
cares
you to
so much,
buy?
won't he buy the fight for me?
Nah,
Terrence,
Terrence,
you
we don't
gotta
care
pay
about
for it,
him
bro.
saying that, Terrence. I just want to know: are you gonna buy the Riyadh season card?
It's at like $20,
If I
right?
got the money, knock out, I will. If I don't, I ain't. That's it.
knockout.
Right. I
Ask me
mean,
the next
I
fight
mean,
If
I'm
I
it
got
buying.
the
ain't got
money,
shit.
yes. If I don't, I'm not.
What fight are you buying next, True?
At least
When
he's
Tank
honest about
stop
it. I know a
ducking
lot
and
of
he
Tank
get in the
fans that
ring
don't
with
buy
Loma.
fights.
Don't none of y'all got the zone prescriptions?
Ain't nobody paying
Subscriptions.
$30
No, I don't got no
for
Subscriptions.
zone
Zone.
subscription.
Subscription.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got the
And
zone,
you
but you
still
still got to
gotta
buy the pay per view.
you
That's
still
free.
gotta get the pay-per-view. So you might as well just buy the pay-per-view versus having the DAZN subscription.
Wait, can you do that? I thought you
No,
need both.
you can't do that. You gotta
They
have
got some
the
fire
zone
fights on the zone.
subscription in
Yeah,
order to purchase the pay per view.
exactly. That's
So
why
you
I was
gotta do
thinking.
both.
You need
Nah,
both.
you
But you
don't
can
have to
just
do both.
you can just
There
do
are ways.
you can do
No,
trial.
you gotta do both unless you gonna fire stick it, and that's nasty
he work.
Call it the nastiest.
The zone,
Hey,
yo,
bro.
but yo, do not sleep on the
Hey,
zone.
after all this shit talking, I'm willing to go out on a limb, and I need to stay in shape anyway. So I am willing to bet whoever wants to bet 50 push-ups a person on camera that Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach does better than Turkey's Riyadh season card.
Man, the zone don't release no numbers
What
though,
do we
dog.
mean by better?
Where you gonna get the numbers from, KO?
What is
What
We
they
go
say,
off
dude, that's
whatever
kind of hard.
Dan
They
Raphael,
never
whatever
released the
Dan
numbers.
Raphael and them report.
Whatever
Oh,
Dan
yeah.
Raphael say is bond.
No, it gotta be more than just him. Like him, Mike Cobbin. Like they gotta, you know how they come together when they all
Y'all got to
agree.
develop an aggregate and then go based off of that.
Them niggas might be lying, bro.
I don't know
They
if
would
I can
never.
rely on
But
that shit,
here's the
dog.
thing: none of those. They wouldn't lie on behalf of a PBC. They all hate the PBC.
I bet you Tank don't do over 300.
Nah, I
Hey,
want to bet will he do more than the best fight card in history? Is
I
what
bet
y'all
you this
say.
fight do numbers. He been going
So
viral the whole promotion.
can I ask you this real quick? Do you know the numbers?
Ryan
Do
went
you know the
viral
numbers
versus
of
Devin
Bivol Better
Haney.
Be
That
one?
fight didn't do well.
Do you know?
Yeah. I got a good idea.
They released the numbers on Bivol Better Be one because I ain't seen the shit.
No, they
They
released
did.
no numbers.
They did very bad.
They did.
What was the
They did
numbers?
very bad.
Oh
They did
man,
very
but
bad,
Hell,
bro.
come on.
did you
I'm
walking me
saying,
into a hole?
Are you a clairvoyant? What's going on?
You
Nah,
walking
let
us into an L off top? Then.
Kale's a psychic. They definitely didn't release no numbers.
They ain't have to because they lost money probably, like they always do.
But
Yeah,
all the shit is
but they didn't release
speculation,
no
dog.
numbers.
This
We
shit
don't
ain't
know nothing. We
speculation.
don't know no facts
This shit
about
ain't
these numbers.
speculation.
They
We
never
all
released
know.
numbers,
We all
guys.
know Saudi been losing money on these
They
fights.
don't have
We
to
don't know
report
that
these
either.
We
things.
don't know that.
How do you
Speculating.
know that? How do
Yeah,
any one of y'all know that?
Outside of the
Besides
California Athletic
that one
Commission that
reporting.
released
I don't
that
think
document for the
Ryan
gates,
Garcia
that's
gonna
the
make it
only
to the
thing you would
card
know
though,
is
bro.
about the
I don't
live
think he
gate.
gonna make it.
Yeah, Ryan Juice. I don't think so either,
I
man.
don't think
Ryan,
Ryan Garcia gonna make it to the card because he got to do that testing
he
by
don't
the
do a lot of testing,
New
man.
York State Athletic Commission.
Ryan,
And
fine.
Bro, that is
Eye
made
pulled
up,
out.
y'all.
Hey, so how do you do so
how was that
bad in a
made up? And
fight
that was
and then
literally in his
you pay for the fight
his
again?
sentence.
That's my question. How
Huh?
does the fight do so horrible
That
that you
was
want to have a part 2 to that shit?
Because they had a rematch clause, brother.
that was in his
Oh, okay,
punishment, yo.
okay, all right.
That he
I
had to
stand
take
They have a
corrected.
part 2 and put on a better
another
fight
test.
The
card.
only report out there says Beterbiev and Bivol did less than 1,000.
Okay, you do realize that the
Did
fights
less
are
than
worldwide, right?
1,000
Like
pay-per-views.
UK,
But
Australia.
remember,
How do you
it's
not?
because
You keep saying
listen,
they
it'll
didn't
do
do
better
well.
this time. But remember, it was because the Beterbiev and Bivol portion was free. So
Oh,
the one fight everybody
That's when they was trying to
the
play
one fight
Shakur.
everybody wanted to see was the one that was free. So
That's because
I thought
ESPN was trying to play
Turkey went
Shakur.
ahead and made that whole thing free just because Bob was
Nah, he
playing
did it.
hardball.
No,
He
the
did it.
undercard was $15 or something like that, or $20.
yeah,
Hey,
it was like
Co-mains and undercard were like $15-$20, and then the main event was free.
Let's
listen,
Well,
be
that's
man.
why
honest.
it
The
did
only
terrible.
good thing about Turkey is he got these cheap pay-per-views. That's the only thing I like about him.
Turkey's
Turkey
nice,
he
man.
put
gets
on
I
he
don't
enough
put
know.
on
I don't
fights.
know what
Man,
y'all
he
thought
putting
was
You
on
don't like
fights,
the fight
bro.
he putting
Yeah, nah,
together
he
I
for
just
is.
you
don't
though?
like
This
when he
dude
takes
that
my fight
this
so
dude
I
that's
don't like
talking don't
when
like
I go
boxing.
to America, bro. I need Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia to be fighting in America. If he
They are
just
fighting in America.
No,
I'm
they're
talking
not.
about against each other, bro. If he just put more cards over
In
here
America,
when
it
they
would
should
be
be over
good.
here,
Yeah.
then I'm cool. I ain't got no problem. But look,
If
man, it's
only the
10:30. I appreciate
PBC.
y'all. Shout out Miss KO. Shout out everybody that hit the link on the panel. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chats. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. We'll be live Wednesday night at 7:30. Until then, I see y'all soon. We out of here.
All right,
Peace, y'all.
KO,
All
take care,
right,
man.
peace. Hey, one
Yeah.
love.
Peace, peace.